Part 2, The Bandit Menace. Welcome, everyone, to DieFall, Alderheart, episode 4. That sounds right. I think that sounds right. Like we've done 4? Perfect. Awesome. Pardon if I sound a little bit rough. My throat is killing me. Though I did sleep for 15 hours, I feel pretty good otherwise, but the vacation was... I need a vacation from my vacation, I think is the biggest thing. But welcome everyone, and welcome raiders from Simply's channel. I do appreciate that, and hopefully you guys like some Dungeons & Dragons where everyone plays small woodland creatures. Well, they're not necessarily small, I guess. They're all like actual sized, but they're woodland creatures. So it should be pretty interesting. Some of our players right now are figuring out their level 2 stuff because we did at the end of the last episode hit level 2. So let me know if you guys need help with that right now, or we can we can also do the rolls real quick for HP. So we can just start off rolling. Who wants to go first? Oh, and this means I can update the stat page too, huh?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm very curious of how Dagonet is gonna roll.
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Let's
start there then. Let's just do Dagonet. Dagonet, you're now level 2. Congratulations. Welcome. What is your new HP? So, you're a fighter. What is that? It's a D10? Okay. Cool. It'll be a D10 plus 2. If you want to roll that for me, you can definitely do that.
So /R 1d10 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I retweeted the tweet,
Mm-hmm.
and it started playing, and I heard that's a 0, and I was like, how? But it was the video.
So Dagonet, a little on the low side, but that's 6 more HP. So you take 1 more hit, I guess.
It's better than my other fighter, who's only ever...
It's better than a lot of other rolls we've had during this show. So I think that's a pretty good start. Who would like to go next? No one wants to be called out. Fine, Eli. Eli, you're next.
Okay.
Rob, go ahead and give me the roll. I don't remember. I'd have to look up what your.
I am a D8 plus
D8.
con.
Yeah.
Big ol'.
Alright, so I'll update you now too. Level 2.
D8 plus tree. A beef boy.
Come on.
Holy shit.
Oh, max health. That feels so good.
Thank God.
Oh
I need to stay alive so I can keep everybody else alive.
That's perfect, man. Look at you.
Tanky boy.
I
That's really
live.
nice. Excellent. Let's go Pez next. Pez, do you know what your health thing is, or should I go click on that real quick?
I googled it and it says 1d8.
That is perfect because it is 1d8. So,
Cool.
so go ahead and roll me /R 1d8 plus your con modifier.
Okay.
Which I don't really know.
9.
That's awesome. You maxed it as well.
Look at us.
Hi.
All right.
So that's cool. Wait, why did I have Pez's health as 21 already? What was your health?
I'll take it. 9.
No,
It was 21,
9.
irrelevant.
How did that happen? How did that happen? What was I doing?
Don't worry,
All right,
man.
well, you have 21. Yeah.
I'll tank.
So-
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Excellent,
about it.
excellent. So you have 18 health. That's really nice. Okay. Very good, very good.
Same as me.
All right, Lucky. Last and certainly not least.
I just found out that it's a 1d10 plus my con modifier, which is -2.
Oh no. Wait, your
Excellent.
con is negative.
You love to see it. There it is. Oh, goodness gracious.
I
That is
just
a
imagine
4.
Lucky is an asthmatic.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that it's 1d8 plus your con modifier. So,
Oh, weird. Okay, so I was looking at D&D Beyond, but
I
I can roll it again if you like and do it D8.
I'm seeing.
Were you a rogue?
You know what?
A
If you want to
ranger.
take this, if you
You're a
want to take the
ranger,
6, that's fine because 6 is on the high end for that 8, or you can try rolling it again and take what that is.
It's okay. I roll fair.
You want to take that? Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
The max, get the 6. Perfect. Wow, that's a lot of maxes.
Yeah,
here.
Ranger. I'm seeing D10, and there's like a revised.
Oh, I'm
Ranger,
sorry.
which is also
I picked
D10.
Rogue. I'm an
I
idiot.
thought she was a
I
rogue
thought
as
she was
well.
a rogue.
Yeah. It's
I thought
those
you were
those
rogue.
roguish good looks.
Oh, those roguish tendencies.
All right, I'm gonna go back with the D10 then.
You can. It's
No, it's fine.
You won't.
I don't plan on getting hit very much, anyways.
I totally
Nice.
forgot you were a ranger. I was like,
It's
sold
honestly,
that you were
it's
a
the
rogue.
personality.
Mhm.
How in the world did I mess that up?
It's-
Wonderful.
I'm just
Well,
a
as you can
tricky
see, my brain is truly turned on today.
Ooh, that's absolutely right. You could multi-class.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Even nimbler fingers. Yeah, you'll love to see it.
Yeah.
So was there anything else that you guys got at level 2? Here, let me go click on I was gonna say rogue again. Go click on ranger and see what's up.
Yeah, I did my. I already.
You get spells.
Yeah, I allotted my attribution points after our
Mm.
last broadcast, and I did pick my 2 spell slots. So.
You did pick your 2 spells?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Did you do like the drag and drop thing through Roll20 so it's a little easier for you, or did you like input everything?
I just copy pasted because
Okay.
I tried to search
It'll-
for
it'll
it,
work
but I
just the
couldn't
same.
get it to do so.
That's fine. It'll work exactly the same. so
And then
it's
I
not
went
a-
to
not a
Mally's
super
house
worry.
and helped her level, and then she showed me how to do, and I was like, oh, that's how you do.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, I got confused and then we figured it out.
Nice.
It's a struggle.
So Malaveth, you got an additional spell slot, and you now have 5 spells known, is what it looks like to me. Plus
1, 2, 3.
spells known plus
yeah.
something, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Okay, so everyone's good. Figured it out. Perfect. Oh my God, you'll love to see it. Well, we're already rolling, so let's just keep that going, and let's find out who's gonna do recap for last week. Uh-oh. So roll me a d20, and whoever gets closest is then doing the the in-character recap. Oh, that's 2 20s. Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
Wonderful,
We used them
wonderful.
too soon.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I don't
this
like
is gonna
this.
be
It's gonna be a
It's gonna
5.
be a thing. Well, here we go. It's a 7. So yes, Eli, very close to exactly what you needed to do the in-character recap. I'm sure this will go really, really well. So Eli, what happened last week?
Well, after a very close encounter of the slimy kind on the outskirts of the cave, the party decided to go into the cave in an effort to rescue one insert name. Oh my God, what is her name?
No, now I'm gonna have to look too because
Oh,
I
God.
forgot.
A researcher, a Kenna Bright Spark.
That's right. Bright Spark. Thank you.
Anna Bright Spark, as the magistrate had instructed us, and we went spelunking a bit. We learned very quickly that whereas in most campaigns a lot of people seem to have dark vision, maybe we had one person with dark vision, which was exciting. So by torchlight and ingenuity and skill and prowess, we found Kenna Brightspark deep in the caves, in the midst of a very, very, very slimy situation, sticky situation. I really got to work on that. I set them up, and I really got to stick the landing on these. It's okay. You know what? We'll get there, Eli. We not only rescued Ms. Brightspark, but we helped her with her task of collecting slime samples in the midst of combat, where, as always, the party displayed magnificent examples of combat prowess, and I stood still and did more than I ever have in combat by just standing still and curling up in a ball. As the encounter finished, Kenna was able to ascertain what direction we were supposed to go, and upon exiting the cavern, we had noticed that unfortunately the black smoke that signified the scorching of the surrounding area seemed to be moving ever closer to winnowing reach, We return to the Reach, inform the magistrate, and determine that it's high time we made haste for Alderheart. Title drop! All right, that's it.
Wonderful, thank you. And yes, quite the lead-in for Alderheart. I believe where we had left off at the very end, you guys were taking your rest. You're getting a long rest after coming back to Winnowing Reach, and the next day you would be heading out swiftly to Alderheart. Alderheart is about a 3 days journey away, so be prepared for that. And I believe Eliza said she had wanted to go with you. Now, it's been a while since you've talked to her and seen her, but she did mention that she wanted to travel with you because, you know, bandits and the like, and you guys are, you know, pretty tough lot. We'll be able to protect her on the way over there. But yeah, other than that, I think we will now find ourselves in the morning at Winnowing Reach, and you guys will be starting your day at the inn. So, what would you guys like to do?
Before we went to bed, I want to open the box. I want to know what's in the box.
Oh yeah. So what's in the box is an opal.
Ooh.
It's a rather, I mean, it's not overly large, but you know, it's about this size, and it's a very fine opal. So you can put that on your list, and it's worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
So, for those of you guys that may not remember, the innkeeper gave something to Pez as a kind of an award, a reward, a something to thank her for the performance that she had done. This is probably a family heirloom of his that he has given away now to our dear Pez. But you now are in possession of a rather fine opal. And whether or not you want to go sell it somewhere, you can. But it's now in your possession. There you go. That's what was in the box.
I like
That's
that
what
thing
was
in
in the box. So there you go.
Neat.
Schrodinger's gemstone. Jeez.
Yeah, right. Could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Could have been
Could
an
even
opal.
be a boat.
Yeah, could even be a boat. Okay. So you guys are at the inn. You got. What do you want to do? You want to head directly out of town?
Lucky definitely set out as first as possible to go to the was it the Apothecary? The guy who does all the slime stuff, because we had an extra vial of slime.
Yeah, there is a slime guy.
Try to go hawk it, but Lucky's just
Try to go hawk it towards to the slime guy. Yeah, what was his name again? Let's see.
Fed.
Fed. Oh my God, Fed.
I will never forget Fed.
Fed tier. Yes, little brown pheasant guy. Yeah, so you can head on over to the apothecary and in the morning, and you hear some like rattling around inside and some like glass shattering. It goes,
knock on the door.
yes, come in.
Hello, hope you're having a good day. We went. I heard slimes are pretty valuable.
Have I seen you before?
Oh yeah, my friend had the bite. You put the slime on her bite, on her shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah, she's doing great, by the way. Good service.
it
Good
did
job.
stay on. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I was not worried at all about the thing.
Clearly, you are well renowned about the slime stuff. Everybody in town says this guy. He knows everything about the slimes. He knows everything
Yes.
about the
That is
quality.
very knowledgeable. Very.
So
knowledgeable.
I'm with her in this party. We are very how would I say this? Heroic in our efforts to save a young Kenna Brightspark. They're all taken.
Kenna, I do like Kenna. She is alive then, yes?
She is alive. She is very much.
Wonderful. She always brings me such nice slimes.
I see where you guys have a lot in common. I wanted to see if we have a little extra of the slime found. I have no use for it, but clearly, since you're the most knowledgeable in all the town about it, I would offer you at a price for you can heal other people with bites and things.
5 gold. I'll give you 5 gold for it.
I saw some postings that maybe other people were looking, but that's why I came to you. But I didn't know.
There are no other postings. No one else wants slime here except for me.
It might have been early this morning that I saw it. Maybe I haven't been over there yet. But
I have not been over there yet.
how about like a 8 gold?
Roll me a persuasion.
I have no idea how much gold costs or slime costs. So.
Yeah, I know. That's. You're just like more.
Sure.
Just need more.
Yeah.
A 6. No, 5 is what I give Kenna. 5 is what I'll give you.
Okay, all right. But we also rescued Kenna at the same time, so you wouldn't have anybody else.
Well, Kenna should have paid you for that.
She's very busy. She'd worked hard to gather a bunch of slime. Okay. How about this? How about first one's 5 gold, but if I bring more later, and you're not selling it to Kenna anymore, we'll talk about price change.
Yes, that's fine. But 5 gold for this one.
All right, I gotta get at you anyways. You're making me nervous. And he'll hand it over in trade for the 5 gold.
Yep, he takes it. Wonderful. Good color, good texture. Swiped from a living body. Yes. Ooh. Little things inside here. And he turns around and he's like forgotten that you're even there.
All right, great. Thanks. And I'm gonna look around for anything valuable in the room.
Well, okay, so it's the Apothecary shop. Let's see.
He turned his back on me, and I've been playing Skyrim for the last 2 hours. So
he has, I remember from previously, there's literally just like swamp muck on some of these shelves. It's just there, and that's okay, cool. There are like packs of things. There's like leather satchels of something. There seems to be some kind of like herbs, some glassware, and some like different types of raw materials, but there do seem to be some kits and other things. There are some full vials of this kind of reddish liquid, and there seems to be like, there's a couple of them on a shelf somewhere.
I think Lucky is going to just try to swipe anything small, like just not even anything of value, but just the fact that this guy like has now undercut Lucky. Lucky's like, I'm probably.
You don't even know if he's undercut you, but okay.
I feel like he is because I offered 8. It was a good price in my mind, and he said 5, and he won't do it. So maybe like just one empty vial somewhere. It's like, I'm just gonna take this and get some more slime one day. Maybe.
Roll me sleight of hand. Sweet. Let's find out. Let's see. Oh no. Okay. Well. Because I hadn't decided on this yet. Well, so you reach out to grab a glass vial, and there's like a little tinkling sound, like as it hits something else on there, and immediately turns around. Oh, you're still here. Would you like to purchase anything else?
That was just very high quality glass. I was just checking it out. Thanks. Have a good day. Shuffles out.
All right then. Yes, you too. Good to see you. Oh my goodness.
Great.
Okay, so that's good. Lucky's already tried to rob someone this morning. Wonderful. What is everyone else doing? So Pez was looking at the box. Dagonet, what are you doing this morning?
Well, he's having his morning coffee out on the I guess the veranda or patio front porch thingy of
Yeah, sure. There's definitely one of those.
You definitely
It's
saw.
like a rocking chair, perfect for you.
Oh, yeah, he's having the most perfect morning. It's just, the wildlife and the little tiny birds. They're in the trees. He saw Lucky go to the apothecary, and he's just he's got his shield. He's making sure all the last bit of slime has been gone.
Yes.
He's taking it easy for what he assumes a very long and arduous journey through the forest. Yeah. He's saying hello to all of his town folks that are, starting their day, and I go, bonjour, how, salut, yeah, he lives here, so he knows everyone.
Roll me a perception check. Wow.
He doesn't notice anything. No.
I think you're pretty well, like, maybe your gaze is staying towards the ground, right? And that is like you're just talking to people around the town, so you're not necessarily noticing anything.
No, as if
different.
anything is out of the ordinary, and no, he's not particularly looking out for that. No.
Eli, what are you up to this morning?
Eli, he would have gone to the innkeeper and volunteered his time in the kitchen for the morning patrons. If the inn serves like breakfast or anything, he would offer, like, you guys have been more than welcoming. I don't mind doing some work around the inn while we're staying here.
Okay, yeah. Sure. Enbed, the tavern owner, has absolutely taken you up on this. So what does Eli prepare for breakfast?
Eli, oh God, do I use this now?
Very first thing in the morning?
Do I like burn this thing that I get once per long rest now? It'd be pretty cool. No, I think he makes he makes like a very hearty breakfast of, oh God, I don't know if we've debated the like ethics of meat in a animal society or not, but
we haven't.
Okay, great.
But remember, these are specifically different species than actual animals. All
okay, so we've got like a
D&D
goofy Pluto situation going on. Then.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, good to note. So yeah, just like I want to say like 2 or 3 different types of meat. He just finds whatever he can in the inn.
Yeah, there's plenty of things like there's like a breakfast ham that you can definitely make use of. They have like eggs. They have strips of like bacon or prosciutto or something else like that.
Absolutely.
Freshly baked bread. All of these things are available.
Yeah, he whips up as much as he can. He probably brewed the coffee that Dagonet is sipping on right now. Like, he is up at the crack of dawn, like, come on, gotta start. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day sort of guy. Like, he probably throws beans in there, make it an English breakfast. Fuck it,
Perfect.
Yeah, he's just good home cooking, man.
Awesome. Embed is appreciative of this. And he does come and he's like, well, I can't let you just do this on your own. Here, and he hands you a small little bag for the help.
No, I did this out of appreciation for your, frankly, above and beyond hospitality. It's the least I can do, and I honestly enjoyed doing it.
He kind of gives you a little respectful bow. Thank you.
Of course. Hopefully we haven't been too much trouble. I know we come in here smelling like the very swamps we came out of, but a hero's job and all that.
Oh, and here as you are, saving Kenna, and then the performance of Pez.
Pez truly is one of a kind. I knew from the first time I laid eyes on the way they can play a simple stone. I mean, if you can find music in a stone, you can find music in anything, and that is a truly talented bard.
With such complexity too. I do hope when they reach Alderheart, they try out for the symphony.
Of course. Anyway, speaking of Alderheart, you do remind me we should probably I should probably round up the troops, as it were. Is the market open at this point? Are we early enough in the day where they're still setting up, or?
Yeah, gonna be opening, yeah.
Because I think I would like to go find Eliza if I could.
Sure, yeah. You walk out the front door and you see Dagonet there. Probably Lucky, just coming back from the Apothecary's place, and Pez would have made their way downstairs by now as well. If you guys wanted to gather your things and then head to the market, you can.
I'd have been trying to like do a little tune and try and get more customers in there. I imagine Hedgehog Dude is getting pretty busy.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Get some tips, buddy.
Yeah? Let's see. It's a little morning thing, and you're a skilled enough bard that I don't think you need to roll for just, helping out and performing some of your known songs. You're not trying to maybe blow anyone's socks off, right?
Mm-mm. Just a
Give 'em
simple thing to get people in the
morning
door.
Yeah.
Have him get his
And it
food,
is.
and then
And people seem to be coming by on their way to and from whatever their business may be for the day. Some just stopping in to listen to a song and have a cup of coffee. Yeah, and it is bustling for this early in the morning.
All right.
Okay, so you guys head on over to the marketplace, and you do see Eliza opening up her shop. She sees you off from the distance and gives you a wave. And you make your way over to her. She says, "Well, good morning, y'all. How are you?"
We're doing much better after a nice bath after a very slimy afternoon yesterday, let me tell you.
Well, is that right? Now, where were y'all?
We were, oh God, that place that I have a map that says the name of.
Mockton Caverns.
Mockton Caverns is where we were. We were in the caverns. Had a
Why
job.
were y'all there? Smelly place?
Well, town had a young scholar, Kenna Bratspark, was missing around those parts, and we were able to find her and bring her back safe and sound.
Well, that's mighty kind of y'all. You're helping out everyone all over the place. Me, that one little bandit lady, and even sparing the bandit captain's life. Now you're helping out this Kenna girl. So kind. Mighty fine heroes, if I do say so.
Well, my friends have good heads on their shoulders and combat prowess to back it up. So, that being said, though, we did see that this fire seems to be spreading, and we should probably make haste to Alderheart. We had intended to leave shortly, if that was all right with you. I know you were trying to join us on the road.
Oh, absolutely. But, I did just set up here. If y'all give me a hand on tearing down, I'd love to come with you. I do need to be making my way to Alderheart, and I'm gonna need some help if we're gonna go quickly.
Yep, I'll take care of it. No worries.
Okay. So you help her tear down her cart and back to cart form rather than selling things. So you take down the sign above it, and you get everything put together. And after maybe about 15 or 20 minutes or so, you've got everything settled, ready to go, and you can make your way out of Winnowing Reach and towards Alderheart. Okay.
Woohoo.
Let's see. So just so you guys know, and chat, I'll put this up on the screen for you as well. This is the world map. And so they're in Winnowing Reach currently, the southwest-ish from Alderheart itself. So it'll be about a 3-day journey. And as you guys are making your way outside of the city, you see that there are a couple of perch guards standing at the gates themselves. They give you a slight nod as you move out, and you are now approaching the forest proper. So, is there anything you want to accomplish while moving, or can I get I want this. Can I get an order of a marching order? And Eli, are you carrying the cart again, or are you letting?
Yeah, I think I'll do that again.
Eliza, do it. Okay. Who is currently keeping watch?
I mean, frankly, I don't want to run across my old boss again, so I'm probably keeping watch just in case. you know.
Sounds good. Roll me perception. 19. Yeah, well done. You basically immediately notice that once you're outside the city walls and you look westward and northward, that there is like a large column of black smoke off in the distance. These are becoming more and more common as of late, as you guys noticed on the way back to Winnowing Reach. This looks like it is burning and burning freshly, but it does seem to be quite off in the distance, at least as far as you can tell. As for any sign of banditry, none yet. But we will keep in mind your perception check as we move forward and see what's going on.
Did you say that we're coming up on the woods now?
Right. So outside of the Humblewood itself. So Alderheart, as you see on the map there, that's the Humblewood. Is that large forest surrounding? Winnowing Reach seems to be. It's kind of on the outskirts of that. But you are now approaching the more densely forested area of the Humblewood itself.
Might I invoke that to travel a little quicker when we can?
You can travel between locations that cut through forested areas twice as fast as your speed would normally allow. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can start doing that. I think you're going to have trouble with Eliza's cart.
Probably with the cart.
That would be my one caveat to that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So with Eliza there, it will likely be easier to keep to the packed roads rather than trying to go up and around and through things.
That makes sense.
If it comes up, absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely do that if you guys have to make a break for it somewhere, or if Eliza stops somewhere and you.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess that means that currently Lucky is in the lead. Eli and Eliza are probably walking with each other next in the cart. Dagonet and Pez, what are you guys doing while we're traveling?
Dagonet would definitely be bringing up the rear, since he'd probably be walking the slowest, despite that a cart exists.
True. That is, yeah. So you got your walking stick out and are leaning heavily. But yeah, that works. And Pez, what are you up to?
She's really distracted by the opal. She's just like holding it up in the light and looking at it and bringing it close and like just holding it and trying to figure out how to make it into like a necklace or something. She doesn't see it all the time.
Every time you like hold that thing up to the light and it catches light, Lucky's like sweating.
Yeah, Pez, have you told them where you got this thing, or did you just all of a sudden have a gem?
I haven't mentioned it. I'm too enthralled. Just staring all the time.
Well, team, it looks like Pez has a very nice gem now. We don't know why, but it is very noticeable that they're looking at it.
Lucky completely stops the parade and it's like, where'd you get that?
It was in the box. There's the box from yesterday.
Wait, the box that he gave you for performing?
Yeah.
So you're saying to me as a bard, you do a all right job, and you get that.
Do you think it's worth much? Do you think it's worth much, or?
Judging by my expertise, clearly, it's very valuable. It's very shiny, and shiny means valuable.
I mean, I do like shiny. It's real pretty. I'm gonna shine it right in Lucky's eye, just like look at how it reflects the light, just like.
How big is it?
It's like roughly this big. It's not overly large, but it is a very fine piece.
Now that might make a very fine necklace, Pez, if you wanted to wear that.
I do want to wear it.
We can see in Alderheart if we can get you a necklace set with that stone.
Yeah, I would love that, and it would be so perfect. Yeah. I just maybe on like a longer sort of chain so I can just hold it out and just
but now why you just put it in your pocket?
Like he's got this vein.
Put it in your pocket and hide it because you never know who's watching in the woods, you know. Don't want anybody to take it from you.
He's got a point, you know, that the bandits on the road, that's very dangerous to just hold it out and while we're walking, yeah. That you just I know it's very beautiful. It's almost as beautiful as you, but maybe not the time to admire the beauty. It's with the fray. We let her go, but this would be prime opportunity for her to take that.
Could I just hold it in my pocket?
Ye-
Just, is that okay? Do you think they'd notice?
well, no, but maybe not make a fist like you have. It's noticeable that you've got your hand in your pocket. This is then drawing attention to your pocket.
It's very
Maybe
precious.
gently pat it, so
Ooh,
there's
yeah.
no bump in the pocket. Yeah.
You want to
Is
be
it-
aware of mysterious pocket bumps.
Yes, you don't want to be obvious about it. It's just a suggestion.
If you want me to hold on to it, I don't mind. I can put it. I got plenty of space in my Dungeoneer's pack. I can just put it right in there, keep it nice and safe.
Eli
big
is
is it?
watching Lucky.
How big is it compared to Lucky? Like Lucky's hands.
It would probably take like 2 hands to
I can get
hold.
rid of stuff out of my pouch. I don't mind. I just put it right in there for you.
Well, I wouldn't want to inconvenience you at all.
No
I got this new
inconvenience.
cloak
Not in
thing.
the
I can-
slightest. Don't even worry, sweetheart. Don't even worry.
You are the nicest
Yeah.
person. Y'all are so nice.
Thanks.
I don't.
Like
just
he
wouldn't-
kind of really like throws out like some rope and stuff. It's just like whatever.
Don't throw your stuff away. We might need it.
There's now 50 feet of rope on the ground. Just like
Did me no good in that dungeon anyways. It's fine.
yeah,
Well, that
perfect
is-
right here.
That is perfectly good rope lip. Oh, let me take that, yeah? And then Dagony will pick up the rope and kind of like throw it around, kind of like his shoulder.
Like satchel it, yeah.
I love it.
All right, well, Lucky, please remove your rope from your pack, and you are now in possession of 1 opal.
Sweet.
Dagonet, you now have 2 ropes. So much rope. Pez, I'm sorry, but that opal is no longer in your possession, and whether or not it comes back to you is yet to be seen.
Oh no.
Eli makes
see
a
how this
mental
works.
note about where the opal is.
As soon as it's handed off, I think we get that shot of just like the opal in Lucky's eyes just reflecting, right? Just like the
Yeah, no problem.
My precious.
Yeah, we get a nice music change. It's a little something more devious, and then yeah, it's pocketed.
His eyes
No.
are the opals.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a good pack rat. I'm good at carrying stuff. It's fine.
I named her Tiffany. Just she likes to be warm.
Tiffany, all right, Tiffany. Don't worry, we'll keep you nice. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's much more snug, not bouncing around against anything else. Yeah. Thank you.
Gotcha. Now we can go. All right, it's no big deal. Let's just go. It's all right. Just keeps walking.
So you guys continue onwards. Let me get another perception check from Lucky here for like, let's say, a couple more hours of travel or whatever, because it will be some days of this. A 14. Lucky, as you are continuing forward, you do note that the way ahead, and let's say about after another hour or so of travel, there seems to be an irregularity across the road. Something on the road itself seems to be off. Not just hard packed dirt. Looks maybe like it had been, well, either recently placed or...
Anybody gone this route before? Been out? Is it very quiet right now? Like super quiet, like quieter than normal quiet?
Actually, no, it's not. You have your normal woodland sounds. There doesn't seem to be... It doesn't seem like anything's been chased, like had chased off the birds or anything like that.
So it's just like loose dirt, kind of, as opposed to the packed dirt of normal.
Yeah, you can approach it and investigate if you'd like.
Taking me up on you, walking stick, real quick.
Oh, yeah, the course, yeah. Here you go.
Lucky's gonna approach the dirt with the walking stick and like toss it around, see if there's something buried underneath there. People would be wait, there's gonna be traps in here. I'm trying to essentially detect if there's a trap.
Yeah, sure. You take the stick and you poke at it. Do you poke relatively hard?
I mean, as hard as I can with this walking stick.
Sure,
Any
yeah.
arrows?
As soon as you do, the dirt itself like falls away in front of you and opens up into a pit trap where there are spikes at the bottom of it. And it looks to be somewhat freshly laid. It doesn't look like anything's fallen into it yet. All the spikes, as far as you could tell, look clean. But this is someone definitely dug in a trap onto the main road to Alderheart.
That is a
Lucky, like-
hell of a good spot, Lucky.
Mom arms, Pez. Don't go too close. You fall in. It's dangerous. Seen this before.
Why is the outside like this, Lucky?
You know, we gotta protect the pretty ones like yourself from engaging with any of this stuff. So that's why, that's our jobs of our outsiders, you know? We need to make our way around. I don't know if we can get a caught through the woods on the side or not, but please keep your eyes peeled. Who knows who's watching this trap? Looks pretty fresh. Looks pretty new.
It is not good, but I think with the troop we'll be fine. Maybe it's not traveling on the road will be better. You know,
Eli-
I could say find another path for us to take.
Familiar with the undergrowth in the same way other broodfolk are familiar with the canopy. Always recall the general layout of terrain around you while traveling. If your path is ever blocked by an obstacle or requires you to climb or otherwise gain height, you can always find a way around so long as the path exists. Additionally, you're adept at finding a shelter in the wood while traveling and can usually locate suitable safe shelter somewhere on the forest floor for you up to 5 other creatures. So yeah, the pit trap lies across most of the roadway itself. With a little bit of effort, you guys could definitely move yourselves and the cart around it without fully like moving into the woods and having to ditch the cart or anything like that. It'll just take a little bit of push and pull and trying to get over like some downed either downed limbs or some roots. But it's not overly large, and you can definitely figure out a way around.
Before we do that, I think Eli would like to take a look around and see if he sees anything in the trees or the bushes.
Sure, roll me a perception check.
People don't just lay traps and leave. Oh my
a 5.
god.
I don't think you can find trace of someone or something around. You see some birds in the trees. You see like what looks to be a little nest. You see a squirrel scampering across the ground across the road. But you're unable to find any presence of someone or something that might have actually dug this trap out.
Would I know if there was a nearby bandit route specifically?
To this area? Yeah, probably. The bandit routes are, if you looked at your world map again and you see where the main roads are, they would be, the main roads are like your veins, right? And then you have like all of the tinier veins in your arms and stuff like that all spread out throughout the woods would be your bandit roads.
Yeah.
So they'd be all over the place.
Okay.
It is likely that there is one near here or close enough to here that it still makes sense that some form of bandit trap would be here.
Okay.
What, do you smell anything fishy? I can see those cogwheels turning.
No, bandits don't just set a trap and then be on their merry way. I just want to know that we're not about to be ambushed if we try to take an alternate route.
Yeah, expecting us side to.
Lucky, since you're kind of in the front and kind of looking out, and this is kind of spooky. Do you want a little bit of assistance, maybe, and just kind of like looking? You looking good?
who might.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Hey, we might have lost you a little bit of you simply.
Me?
So if you want
Yeah, it's telling me my
just
internet's
say-
being a little, and when it gets really windy out here, it does it. So, I'm sorry. I can still see you guys. Hi.
No, you're good. We just missed your last sentence.
Oh, Lucky just asked, like, if even if you want to help me, like, keep an eye out for anybody in the darkness, that'd be fine, just in case, you know, they might jump out. But yeah,
Yeah.
I won't say no is what I'll say. I won't say no. You know.
Just gonna do a little beep boop. But
Hope it's
Did
like
you just
jazzy.
Scatman your bardic inspiration?
it's a work in progress.
Well, it works. You feel so inspired, Lucky, to continue keeping a lookout for anything that might be in the way.
Right. Next time I take front post and check an eye. Think perfect. Great. Scan. Yeah. I don't want to bounce another perception right after Eli did. I feel like
Sure.
I'm kind of against double rolling on stuff. So
That's fine.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes for this next bardic inspiration, otherwise it will fall off.
Okay.
But yeah, so you guys just want to move around the trap?
Yeah.
If Dagonet has found another way.
Yeah, no. It like I
Would
said,
have located, I guess, like, oh, let's not push the cart near like this
Yeah.
tree, like, you know, oh,
Sure.
there's like some like,
like
it's over
you know,
here, gonna have to lift the cart up
Yeah.
this way.
I think like because you're just moving around the hole itself
Yeah.
with a little bit of assistance.
It's like, you know how
I
like there's
definitely
a
think you
ditch
can make
sometimes
that
on
work.
one side of the road,
Mhm.
and kind of have to like
Yeah.
angle yourself to like have the cart not fall into like a ditch kind of thing,
Right,
and
so-
not have it fall in the pit.
Roll with advantage for me, Eli, an athletics check to kind of like get yourself around this thing. DC's not super high, especially with the help, but you will have to kind of move around. With the advantage, that's an 18 over that natural one, so that feels pretty good. Yeah, very easily enough, and with a little bit of help from Dagonet and Eliza, you guys are able to get around this hole in the ground with a bunch of spikes in it.
Dagonet and Eli are just being dads and like standing there and like looking at, yeah, you know, I think if
Nope.
we do that,
Back it up.
back it up.
Back it up.
Wait, no, turn a little bit.
Why'd you stop? You've got 3 more inches. Keep coming.
Family road trips, too real.
once we get on the other side of the trap, can I do like a survival check for tracks?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Smart.
All right. They would have stayed
What
on
do
this
your
side.
Jerbian eyes
So,
see?
Sniffing around, trying to see. Boop. A 7.
You have a D6 inspiration if you
Oh,
like
yeah.
to use that.
Thanks for reminding me.
Mm-hmm. I thought that's why you were doing it.
That's why I was
like, oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
let's make it.
It's,
Oh.
All right.
it's fine.
So 8 total.
What is happening?
This is
Lucky's
a
very
well.
heavily weighed down by this opal, just letting you know.
Heavily
It's
weighing
really
on your
weighing
mind.
on your yeah.
Can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah. It you look on the other side. It's an 8 total. It is a well-traveled road, so it's very well-packed dirt. So on the road itself, it's hard to tell if there's like super fresh prints or anything like that. You've got like some pretty steady ruts of like what other caravans would have moved through here with wheeled carts. So it's hard to tell if anyone specifically had been here for this purpose,
And
at least on the road itself.
try to keep an eye out, but I can't tell anything that's fresh. Keep your eyes peeled, guys, while we go.
The day continues pretty uneventfully. That initial column of smoke fades away from your vision as you get deeper and deeper into the woods themselves. Darkness starts coming. The sun begins to drop behind the trees, and you guys just find yourselves on the road approaching darkness. Would you like to make camp, or you want to push through?
Lucky's gonna advise, even though he's bad at advice, but we probably should go ahead and make camp in case we need to keep an eye out for any extras. You know, I don't want to be set up at night. You never know who's gonna be close enough to watch. You know.
Yeah. That's probably a good call. And we're making pretty decent time anyway. Bing! Oh, wait, it didn't do it. Bing! There we go.
Blessing of the Hearth. Yeah, just like last time. Eli basically magically conjures up a small hearth fire to help warm your companions, and you can use it to make some meals and stuff. Eliza being there with you does allow you guys to use some of her foodstuffs. So not just utilizing your rations, but you can have a freshly cooked meal. And yeah. So as things are coming to the end for this day, just go ahead and give me the watch order real quick. We'll do watches, and you'll probably start your next day unless something terrible happens.
What?
Who's first?
I can go first.
Okay. Yeah. So Pez, give me a perception check.
Eli's tuckered from carrying the cart.
18. Yeah. So at the end of the day, as Pez, you look around and you perceive deep into the darkness as far as your non-dark vision eyes can. You do note, like, kind of flitting through the trees themselves, you can see like the small lights of presumably ember bats. Now, it doesn't look like a swarm, but it does look like there are a couple of these that seem to be moving throughout the forest. The rest of your watch proceeds without event.
About how far away were the ember bats?
It's kind of hard to tell because of the density of the trees themselves. But they would be to the north of you from the campsite itself. And I mean, gosh, from where you can see them, maybe 300 or more feet away.
Heading which direction? Was that specific or just kind of?
Not specific, but east.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Who's next?
Who's second?
Sure.
All right, Lucky, roll me perception.
Notably, Lucky is like sleeping arms tightly around that pouch.
Sure.
Regret
Yeah.
or wake up.
You don't want to lose it.
Yeah. Not performance. That's your job.
Now-
10.
10. Yeah, it's dark. It's hard to see. Nothing seems to happen. You don't really spot anything. You make note of like a squirrel on the outside of the ring of light, but other than that, nothing really happens, which is great for you because it means you can just secretly open up the pouch and stare longingly into this opal. You surmise, Lucky, after some careful consideration, that it is probably worth right around 1,000 gold pieces.
Good one, right there.
And before, when I woke Lucky up, I would have let him know that I saw some.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, Lucky, you don't make note of any of those things. But again, it's dark. Your eyes aren't
Yeah.
super the best. And you're a little distracted.
Yeah, I'd assume they went the other direction or something.
Who's third?
I'll do it.
Like
All right.
elbows.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Thanks, Lucky.
Go back to sleep.
All
Your
right.
hearth burning warmly. Eli, you take your seat next to it and begin your watch. Roll me perception.
Oh.
13. Just a very quiet evening, which is nice considering some of the days that you have had. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Eli enjoys the peace and quiet. And now, is this the last watch before everybody gets up?
I think long rests are between. Well, long rests are you have to spend at least 6 hours of them sleeping. So yes, technically you could.
Okay. Eli would like to make breakfast for his friends.
All right. So Eli gets up from their watch and begins making breakfast. And I think that's when most of you guys start waking up after a little bit of time of like some clanking around with a pot and like a spoon, and maybe Eli humming softly to himself as he prepares a meal. You guys wake up to the next day in the Humblewood to the smells of a warm breakfast. There you go. Is there anything you want to accomplish this morning? You guys are going to just get back on the road?
I want to see the opal again just to remind myself that it's there and it's pretty.
Oh. Pez, do you go ask Lucky to see the opal? Okay.
Hey, Lucky, can I hold it again if you don't mind? Just.
No, it's don't drop it. Still got a hole in the bag, you know. Be careful, prying eyes.
Oh, for sure. I'll be very. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna hold it. Just.
His eyes don't leave your hands. Just.
You all right? Is there something on me? Is it?
No, I take my protective services very seriously. That's all I'm saying. You know.
You are very good. I'm going to write you a song.
The piano lady's written me a song, but I'm sure it'll be the best one all around.
Well, I mean,
Lucky's never had anybody write him a song ever, but just saying.
Must be very popular.
When you do a good job, you do a good job. You know what I mean? So, they don't write songs.
Oh, do you have anything you'd like me to add to the song or the poem particularly? Like maybe any tales of fine heroics?
Oh, there's a lot to choose from. Maybe about how we rescued Kenna from the cave, and how our buddies just stood there. Just rolled up a little ball and stood there, but brave, Lucky. So I just tapped my vocal box, but brave Lucky like ties himself to a wall, goat spelunks into the cave, shoots some with the arrows, you know.
That would work. Yeah, we were all there, so I can remember.
Yeah.
But like honestly though, if I could curl up into a ball and things would just die, that would be very convenient.
Unfortunately, I've never seen many birds who can curl up into a ball and just kill the bad guys. But keep working on it. You know, maybe more inspiration.
Like fashion a suit with some spikes on it, and then it could happen. We'll bring it up to somebody, maybe someone in Alder.
Yeah, I'm not very good at sewing, but we can find somebody. I'm sure we
can. Does Eli ever shed spikes? Can we collect them?
I don't know. This seems pretty private. I've never.
Is that weird?
And I mean, I know like snakes and stuff molt, but I'm not really sure if Eli's ever molted with spikes or anything like that. You know?
Is Eli awake? Eli's awake, right?
Yeah. Eli's awake.
Eli.
Okay.
Hey Eli, do your spikes ever fall off? Do you shed at all?
Lucky's just behind Pez, like.
We have a business idea.
I'm intrigued and yet a little frightened.
Well, okay. I mean, it's fine. It's sanitary, I think. So, like, you know, when you curled up into a ball and then the things just died and stuff, that was really neat. Like, maybe make like a cloak out of them, and people could do the same thing, and it was just really cool.
She wants some defensive measures like yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm just Googling, do
to
hedgehogs' spikes come out of their body?
They do. I was just Googling it too.
Okay.
Called quilling.
Follow.
Oh, there it is.
Do they grow back?
Yeah, so they
fall
quill,
out and are replaced over. Yeah, quilling. Okay. I mean, yes, but I don't know that I'm entirely comfortable with you picking my quills off of my body.
Well, if it just falls off naturally, no Eli's would be harmed in the making of fancy spiky cloaks. It'd be really useful. Someone like Canna probably.
In that case, you are welcome to pick up my discarded quills off of the ground, and you can check my bedding, I suppose. Eli is stuck between being deeply disturbed by this, but not wanting to tell Pez no because he loves Pez.
Lucky pulls out that winter blanket that he got one of the first, whenever we were fighting Frey or whatever. And it's like, hey, you can use my winter blanket if you want to. It's hefty though, so you might have to have a free hand to carry it. If you need me to take your load back off you again, I'll carry the burden for you, you know.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here you go.
This could be very beneficial to many people. You could be saving lives, Eli.
I do hope it works out. We should contact the Deck of Many to make this a mechanic of the game that we can just create.
We should let them know.
Quill cloaks.
He's not using them.
You're not wrong.
True. I think that's where we get to the point where it'd be like, unlike hedgehogs in the next update, it'd be like, unlike hedgehogs, hedge quills do not fall out.
They have
Just
to
don't
like
deal with
release a
it.
disclaimer. Like,
Yeah.
please no.
Like, I think that's the easiest option, but I would love if they went and canonized it and said, yeah, absolutely, they do. There it is. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool.
Also, could I just, before we go off of this tangent, say that, May, I don't know if this is the site that you were looking at, but it's called Hedgehog Headquarters, and it's my favorite name.
Oh my god.
I just imagine, like,
oh my god.
the FBI, but it's all hedgehogs.
What is that?
Little suits.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at Hedgehog Headquarters.
Priority number 1 is just fixing their wiki. Just let's get these wrong. I love it.
Oh my god, this is great. Okay.
Oh boy.
Would you guys like to proceed onwards towards Alderheart now?
Yes, Dad.
Okay, sounds good. Oh boy. All right, so for the first portion of travel today, Lucky, please make me a perception check if you are again doing the leading. Might as well an 18. Yeah, nice. Well, as you proceed towards Alderheart, again down this northeasternly road, eventually you see something kind of off in the distance. It's smoke. It seems to be rather fresh. And you see what look to be flames moving around, but they're walking.
You guys ever seen any bats that walked before? Like particularly fire bats walked before?
Does
Bats
this-
that walk?
And he's gonna like try to aid, pointing out to like right over there against the path of tree line. You guys see the distance, the flame? You smell the smoke, you know?
I definitely smells the smoke, yeah.
Does it look like a cluster of bats in the form of a... I mean, at this distance, can we tell?
No, so it's a little bit off. But you do note that this clearing is roughly like 300 feet ahead of you, and if you were to get a little bit closer to it, you'd more than likely be able to figure out what it is. Ember bats are not known to walk. Let me put it that way. But yeah, you can definitely try and get closer to it and figure out what it is.
Yeah, I think Eli is going to put the cart down and instruct Eliza, stay back with your cart.
Sure.
Yeah, Dagonet, like, I guess, like, he pulls a shield out in front and, like, very cautiously starts approaching.
Are you trying to do it stealthily or just cautiously
Oh,
approaching?
he can't stealth to save his life. We
I
found
know,
that
but I
out last
thought I'd
week.
ask. I thought I'd ask.
He just cautiously.
Making their way over there. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So as you continue to approach, you're getting closer. Yeah, it looks like walking flames. But you do see some skin in the area there. They have like large ears and sharp teeth. But they also seem to be like made of like kind of a molten rock, but they exude flames from around their body. How close are you willing to get to this?
Till I start to feel heat on my face.
Oh, okay. It looks like now that there are 3 of these things, and you can see them, and they're like starting to grab things, and burn different pieces of foliage. And you can hear some of them kind of giggling. And they also, it looks like if they're going to be left unchecked for a while, they'll probably start a much larger fire. But if you're going to get close enough to feel the heat on your face, I think they'll begin to notice you approaching them. And you see one that like stops and looks up and kind of cocks its head to the side, points at you, and then looks over and says something in a language that you don't understand, but it kind of just sounds like fire. And I'm going to go ahead and move you guys to this page here.
Sweet.
Oh, he looks friendly.
Looks like a guy, huh? So I'm going to have you guys have it be from over in this direction here. And chat, I will show you this in just a moment. You were making your way over there. So I'm going to say that you were probably right around this location here before having been stopped. And chat, give me one moment, please. Show you exactly what's going on here. So if you guys would like to please roll me some initiative. Dagonet with a 0.
Strong,
God,
strong.
Gonna happen more and more often, I think. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna move this around.
I did the same thing where I didn't select my character. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
How dare.
People play with me for years and forget to do this.
I never forget.
I never forget.
I never freeze.
Okay, so what was your roll? Let me fix that real quick.
21.
Oh my gosh.
Do
of course,
anyone?
I want to reload. I want to re-roll that. Okay, and then let me get these bad boys. Their initiatives.
Magman. Aw.
Yeah, a little magmian. Like tiny magma men.
It's a magma goblin. Magman.
Yeah, they're really funny looking dudes.
Hmm.
Okay, so it looks like this first magman here is the first one to react. I'm just gonna say for the story, he's the first one that saw Dagonet. So immediately he kind of like looks over, and he like points at you and says something to his companions, and then he just starts moving in your general direction. I think they have 30 feet moves. So there's 125. Yeah, so he's gonna be able to get close enough to you here to like actually do something, which is cool, I guess. He's going to reach out and attempt to touch you. No. It's a 14 hit.
No.
Wonderful. You slap away his arm with your shield, and he kind of at you. And luckily, you don't get scorched by the guy. Lucky, it is now your turn. This one does note as it makes its way over to you that there are other people on the field here. And so he says, again, something in a language you don't understand. But the other two have now kind of caught on to there being more than just this one strig in the area. Okay, so Lucky, what would you like to do?
Okay, so Lucky is going to use his standing leap, run up to this tree, and get into the tree to have a higher ground, as somebody maybe one time named Annie that he might have known would have learned is bad. It's good
Wonderful.
if you're on the receiving end, I mean on the sending end, but not on the receiving. And it's gonna just point off at the one in the distance. Let me see if I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45 with the guy with the log over there at the stump.
Yeah, and if you want to be able to use, you can use this measuring tool as well.
Yeah.
That shows up on your sheet. But yeah, so you can definitely do it with the longbow.
He's gonna like look his little German fingers, and then cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, so your bonus action, you utilize Hunter's Mark. I'll go ahead and mark this bad boy for death. And now he's been marked by the hunter.
And then just pulling an arrow and drawing a shot for his action.
Perfect. Go ahead and take the shot.
It's a 17.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
All
Go
right.
ahead and roll me some damage.
12. PS.
Wow, that is really good. So this one, as soon as it gets marked, dies. As soon as anyone turns around and you release an arrow, it slams into him, and immediately it just kind of falls apart into like these warm coals, I guess would be the best way to describe that. And immediately it's on the ground. This also triggers something called a death burst. When it dies, the magma bursts. So there's this explosion in the back here after it dies, but there's no one in the vicinity. There's no one in the vicinity, so no one gets hurt.
You welcome.
How big does it look like the explosion was?
Roughly with a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So it like licks up into the tree there. Like this bush is set on fire. Yeah. This bush gets set on fire. Yeah. Good luck. Okay. Lucky.
That's it.
Good job. Pez, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I zoop down into a poofy, scared ball and waddle on over to Eli there and just poke him, be like, "You got this, buddy. You go get him. So brave." I'm gonna do heroism.
All right. A willing creature your touch is imbued with bravery. Until a spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains 10 hit points, equal to spellcasting modifier at each of your turns. When it ends, you lose the remaining 10 hit points. But as of right now, you gain 2 hit points per round.
Nice.
That's really nice.
Look
Pez,
at
is
that.
there anything else that you would like to do with this? You have a bonus action and some movement left.
Which ones are bonus actions again? Is Bardic Inspiration?
Bonus action, yeah, Bardic Inspiration and Healing Word, I believe, are both bonus actions. But yeah, Bardic Inspiration absolutely is.
I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration on Lucky. You're way to go! You got him. You just boop, and then he was done. That was amazing. You do it again.
And I just for you, hey.
Lucky, you are inspired, and you can use a D6 on your next ability check and or attack. Wonderful. Pez, you want to move anywhere? Are you good?
I'm good.
Perfect. Eli, it's your go. What would you like to do? This Magma
Okay.
is very slow.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. I believe my speed is 25. Oh boy. So this is a tree that Lucky is in. So can I like pass under it basically?
Yeah, you'd be
Is
able
that
to pass it
possible?
into the
Okay,
branches and
cool,
stuff.
cool.
Mhm. Lucky has leaped up into one of those branches.
Right. So I'm probably gonna try and end up right next to my boy Dagonet
perfect.
here, and just say, "Careful, they burst when they die."
So I noticed.
And I think what I'm gonna do is give him a little reassuring pat on the back. And what does your heroism do? Do I have to attack? No, I just get. Okay,
No, it's
cool.
just passive. So you have
Cool.
plus 2 temp hit
Got
points
it.
right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't just waste what Pez did for me. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, you got this, buddy, and give him a cheeky little guidance, and then as a bonus action, I think I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Now, this is where I always get confused about spell economy.
Mhm.
Is whether or not you can cast 2 spells in
Oh.
one turn.
Ooh.
As long as one of them is a bonus action and the other one is like a
Ooh.
cantrip or something like that.
Good
So
question.
I'm not entirely sure.
I will rescind Shield of Faith if that is the case.
Oh, casting. Hang on.
Oh, is guidance concentration? Oh my god, it is. Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good call, Minx. Thank you. Golly.
Nice.
Okay. Yep. I rescind Shield of Faith. I do not do that. I will just say to Dagonet, "You got this, buddy, old pal." And that's that. Mace
Perfect.
is drawn. If I haven't made that clear, Mace and
Yeah.
Shield are drawn, and that's my
Sounds
turn.
good. Okay, perfect. One of the remaining magmen here makes its way all the way over here and is going to attempt to touch you, Eli. Touch.
Don't.
17.
Oh yeah, that hits. Oh, it burns.
No.
He's within 5 feet, and me. He has disadvantage on that roll
From what?
from protection.
Post that in the chat, please,
Yes.
so I can read it. Because it's very similar to, it was like that shield warden or something like that. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you, as within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay, cool. So you're utilizing your reaction here. The attack is now the 13 rather than the 17.
Told
So
you you
does that
got
hit?
this. That does not hit.
Wonderful, yeah.
Thank
so
you.
it looks like at the last moment, right before this little magman touches you with its flaming hands, Dagonet's spear comes down and slaps the hand out of the way, and then Dagonet goes back to fighting the other magman there. So yeah, the magman doesn't even get to do anything. Dagonet, what do you want to do?
I told you, Dagonet.
All right. Well, I gotcha.
You got this.
All right. So I was looking up. Spear has a close range of 20, so I can technically back up. Yes.
You would be taking 2 attacks of opportunity here. But yes, you would be able to throw your spear 20 feet.
I don't want to throw it.
Oh, yeah. So that's what that range means. Is that the spear would have to be thrown.
See, I thought that was like the 60.
A spear is either a melee or thrown weapon. The melee is not 20 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find clarification on that, because like spears are long and you'd be able to poke ahead.
So there is a range, excuse me, like a like lance weapon master or something like that you can utilize that has extended range. It's like a 10-foot range, but the 20 is for thrown. So maybe I didn't set up your spear entirely correctly.
No, you're written
yeah.
fine. It's just there was no like clarification, because like my head spears, that's how spears could work.
Yeah, you don't have a 20-foot long spear.
All right.
I like that common phrase, wouldn't touch that with a 20-foot spear, you know?
Well, like,
Yeah,
you would
right,
touch with a
yeah.
10-foot pole, right? I just don't want to explode when we're both right there. Well, we're gonna have to take our chances, Eli. Maybe I won't kill it in one go.
I'd
So,
trust you.
And I'm just gonna one-hand spirit then. I guess it's gonna
Okay.
right directly in front of me.
10. Yeah, so this one seems to be, the spear seems to be turned aside by the hard skin of this magma. It's like it chips off of a rock. And where that rock chips off is like gouting flame.
You want to use your D4?
Sure do.
Guidance does not apply to attack rolls.
Oh, it's just ability.
Oh,
Ability
it's
checks.
You guys know my spells better than I know my spells.
But if I have to do anything dex related, I'm solid. I got this.
Mm-hmm. True.
You got me.
Which I
Eli.
think is the saving throw in case he
It is
Mm.
indeed that.
I knew
How
it,
long does guidance
guys. Knew it all along.
as long as he can concentrate on it.
Flawless. I knew it. Flawless. It's fine. I thought very deeply about this before
We're
I
on
did
the
it.
ball today.
Nope.
All right, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The Magman. This one's still alive, and he's going to attempt to hit you with his touch ability. It's a 10. He doesn't touch you. You don't get touched. Oh, well. Okay, that's all they're going to do. Lucky, it is now your go.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm sorry, guys. Lucky, with his bonus action, can move the hunter's mark from one target to the other.
Indeed.
So
Still
he's
active.
gonna move it to the one right next to Eli.
Okay.
And gonna roll his attack, which has a +6 on our +1d6. Thanks to the bardic inspiration. thing.
Yeah, go for it.
And then we do.
17 absolutely hits.
It's 17.
so-
I'm not even gonna roll it. Whatever.
Yeah. No, keep it.
And I didn't roll the extra damage on the last one. I killed it anyways, but I didn't even think about
Yes.
it with the hunter's mark then.
It immediately killed it.
Okay.
So, yeah, so the new one with the hunter's mark. Okay, yeah, it deals 11 piercing damage. Again, firing this longbow off immediately kills this magman in front of Eli, and it explodes. I'm going to need Eli and Dagonet to both make dexterity saving throws for me, please. Eli with the 11, and Dagonet with the 14. Both of them just enough
Didn't need it.
to make the saving throw.
Look at you.
So you will be taking half damage to this,
But
or
does
for
the
this.
other magman also have to make?
Being a creature of fire, it is unfazed by the flames that explode outwards. So you guys take 4 damage apiece here. He goes, and immediately the tree that is above, the branches are now set on fire.
Okay, then Lucky is going to back off of the tree.
It will take some time for that to travel. Just be
No,
aware.
Definitely moving. I'm not a big
okay.
fan of fire, so we're just gonna pop over here.
Yeah, so you jump down really quick. It's probably like let's say it's 10 feet or something like that. So you've moved 20 total feet here, which is fine.
30 total. So.
Yeah. Being a very dexterous Gerbine, you were easily able to make all of that work. Okay, Lucky, anything else? Oh, okay. Pez, your go. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just scoot a little closer over there.
Mhm.
It exploded and they're still there. I don't know if I want to kill it. I can't make it move.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I was gonna shoot it, but they explode and they're still there.
You can still shoot it.
Ooh. I was wondering earlier because I can do the mold earth thing, the cantrip, and it makes a 5-foot square difficult terrain. Can I choose what kind of difficult terrain it becomes?
What do you mean?
Like, can I make it all muddy and damp and just kind of?
No, if there's no water already there in
Okay.
that, I don't believe you could utilize it to like try and douse the fire of it. But what you would do is break up the earth underneath them, and it'd be hard to walk through.
Okay. I can dig the space. Can I just sink them into the ground a little bit?
Yeah, sure. You could. They could be down in the ground, 5 feet.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, that's interesting. You can instantaneously excavate it and move it along the ground and deposit it 5 feet away. Movement doesn't involve force to cause damage. You can cause shapes, colors, or whatever. Yeah, okay, so all of a sudden, the dirt underneath this magman disappears and gets dragged out of the ground and deposited in a location next to it. And the magman just sinks down into the ground and just is looking up now, very confused as to what just happened, and is like trying to jump and grab at Dagonet's like ankles.
Stay down there. Just behave. And that's it.
All right. Wonderful. Eli, the magman just, right after this explosion of the other one is now in the ground.
Huh. Okay. Well, first I should make a concentration thing for my spell.
For guidance, yeah. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw. Yep, perfect. You're good.
13. Okay. So it's like 5 feet down. Is it completely like below surface level?
Magmats are rather, they're small.
Okay.
So yes? It's like trying to jump up and grab ankles. It's like in the ground. It's gonna have to climb out.
Huh. Would the explosion, you think, hurt us?
Well, you know the explosion has roughly a 10-foot radius, and it is now 5 feet down.
Would I incur an attack of opportunity if I step back?
He will definitely be at disadvantage for it.
All right. Cool. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna bonk him on the
All
head.
you guys need is a bucket of water now.
Nah, I know.
Dump it on him.
I was trying. Son of a bitch! Did I not take my? Oh no, it's destroy. I have like destroy water or something, or yeah, create. Oh no, I can create water. Son of a bitch! I didn't think it would come in handy. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna bonk him on the head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
10.
No, I think because he's on the ground, you have to like get down there and try and hit him. He's able to move out of the way before you're able to bonk him on the head.
Bummer. Okay. I'm gonna step back by Lucky.
Yeah, so he jumps up trying to touch you as you move away. A 7 does not hit. You just move your ankle right out of the way, and he's unable to get over to you. Yeah. Okay. That being said, his reaction's now done, so mechanically, Dagonet, you also can just back up.
No, I'll stay there.
Could have created water.
Created one, just dumped it on him.
I hate it.
Okay. So Eli, that is your turn. Dagonet, you are standing here. Are you going to attack it?
Yeah, I'll poke him.
All right, poke him with the stick.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, 25 absolutely hits. It is in this hole, and you're going to stab down at it with your spear, dealing it 8 piercing damage. Very close. You poke straight down with the spear, and you bring the spear back out, and you note that the spear tip is like red hot at this point. The Magma is not dead yet, but it's definitely hurt. And you see like fire and lava pouring out of the wound.
Okay. Now I'll step back.
Okay. Yeah, so you step back. Is unable to come up and get you. Its reaction already having been used. But for our video here, it would just... and is unable to get at you. The Magman... Well, this is the first one, so it gets up before Lucky. Is going to attempt to get out of the hole and is going to try and climb out. See if it can do it. Yeah, 15. So it takes, it gets out the hole, comes out the backside here, and it looks around wildly, trying to re-find the enemy. It did see you first, so it's going to run over here. And that's going to be most, if not all of its movement. And it's going to try to attack you. You bat the arm out of the way, unable to make contact. And that is the entirety of the Magman's turn. Lucky, it's your go.
Lucky's gonna try to. Lucky's looking at Dagonet. How's Dagonet looking? Just a little scuffed, a little nothing.
A little singed on a few feathers, but it's fine.
You note that Dagonet was very quick to get behind their shield after the last explosion. So there's some good scorch marks on the shield and on a little bit of Dagonet's feathers, but otherwise Dagonet's looking.
Okay. All right. I would like to describe what I would like to do, and if you want to say no, you can't. I would just take an alternate action.
Okay.
I would like to. I'm not gonna move Hunter's Mark, but I would like to using team tactics. Well, I have to be close enough to do a feint, right? I have to be 5 feet next to it. Okay. Never mind. I'm just gonna I wanted to try to help you to be like a little bit of an advantage on your save on this, but I'm still gonna rear back and shoot it. So, all right, buckle up, Dagonet! And he's just gonna pull out an area. All right, well, I'll move the Hunter's Mark now that I decided not to do the other one. And
yeah, sure.
And pew pew. Stabby. 20.
Yeah, absolutely is.
10.
Yeah, way more than enough damage to take this one out. Dagonet, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw as this Magman also blows up.
Did the guidance hold?
Okay. Yeah. So guidance is still there, but yeah.
Okay.
So guidance
It's a minute long, so she'll have it.
That's a dexterity saving throw. That's a -1.
I don't think guidance is gonna do a whole lot.
I don't think it's going to do a whole lot
It's only a
either.
D4.
But I mean,
It's
I don't
okay,
know.
I
what
got
else you're gonna
heals
use
for you.
guidance,
It's
so-
fine.
I can still roll it. Just
Sure. If you'd like to, it's up to you.
Give it a go.
Oh, yeah. So a dexterity saving throw of 1. Sadly, that is not enough, and the magma blows up immediately and deals 8 points of damage and sets again ablaze the tree top here, and it begins to burn. That'll be 8 total damage from the explosion. But the magman is indeed dead, and you guys have vanquished apparently these young magmans. May have forgotten a mechanic or two. So these young magmans, they die without doing irreparable harm to the forest, but these trees are on fire. So yeah, what would you guys like? Well, you know what? It's actually time for our first break. So we'll do what you guys do afterwards about the forest burning down after a brief 3 to 5 minute break. We will be right back, guys. Hey guys, just want to stop in here and say thanks for tuning in. I super duper appreciate all the love and support that you guys give every time. We do have this show as well as any of my other streams and things of that nature. I'll be returning to a regular streaming schedule next week. We should also have Alderheart on our regularly scheduled time next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for putting up with me being gone so much. I have one more time that I am out of town this weekend. And then I'll be back for a normal streaming schedule here. Notlog, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the factory. Stella Luna, subscribe for 12 months. Hey, golden bot for Stella. Thank you so much for that. Q, with 26 months in a row. Thank you for subscribing for 26 months. Thank you. Erica Cotton, JetLife1228. Thank you both for the follows and welcome to the factory. We will be continuing in just a little bit. Thanks again. Welcome back, everyone, to DieFall Alderheart. Episode 4. Our party just defeated a group of young magmans that I forgot some mechanics of, but it's totally okay because explosions are dangerous, and you know what? It's fine, and there will be future encounters, so we don't have to worry about that, right? The trees are on fire! What do you want to do about it?
step away from the trees.
Yeah, sure. So it's mostly the upper branches as of right now because these are kind of like larger and they extend outwards, but those branches themselves are burning. There are a couple of bushes towards the back where the other magman was there and is also burning. If left unattended, there's no telling what could happen.
I don't have any water. You guys got any water? Eliza, you got any water? Shouts back at Eliza.
Eliza just like shrugs. I have my my water skin.
That is not going to be enough. We have to find a creek, a stream or something.
Yeah, I think is there a way to use my natural burrowing ability to dig up some dirt to throw on the fires, at least on the bushes?
Well, luckily enough, Pez has an ability that lets her excavate.
Oh
dirt.
yeah, that thing that came super in handy.
So there's actually a pile of dirt next to this magnet already, but you can also utilize this in other locations because it just places the dirt next to it. So if Pez went over to those bushes at least and used that spell in about 6 seconds, those bushes would be covered in dirt.
Nice.
Because it moves 5 cubic feet worth of dirt.
I would like to help in any way I could. Whether it be
It's
just
a lot of dirt.
carrying some dirt and putting out the fires.
Yeah, sure.
Surrounding the tree so that it doesn't spread as easily. Eli's a better Boy Scout than I am.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the bushes are easily enough taken care of in about, the next, 20-ish seconds. You guys are able to quickly put out those fires on the 3 bushes. But that still remains, these trees are burning, and it's starting to kick up embers from each of the leaves that are now getting blown around by the wind within the forest.
The tree that I'm so close to, can Lucky try to, if there's probably fewer branches on this tree on fire, can I try to, break the branches off at the points of fire? I mean, they're gonna fall on the ground and still catch the ground on fire, but at least the tree won't go up. Yeah,
and it's possible that they go out while they're following and things of that nature.
Yep.
You know what, Lucky? Yeah, you've got a hatchet, right? You're an
Well,
adventurer.
yeah, I have that rapier.
You guys probably have like
that
a
was,
hatchet.
What's her name's phrase?
She had a rapier. Did she have a rapier or a short sword?
I looted a sword off of her.
I think it was a short sword.
Yeah.
Short swords are not necessarily really good for hacking at things.
Okay.
You can. I believe Dagonet has a full hand axe, but like I said, if you wanted to have a hatchet, like there's things that I give adventurers because they generally have them, and most of that is like a belt knife, a mess kit, and like a hatchet or something.
Yeah, I definitely have
like,
a hand axe because I was going to use it as throwing. Could I use that?
Yeah, absolutely. So roll me some athletics to see if you can hack through some of these branches to kind of and get them down to where you can do something. It's a struggle right now. It's a struggle. You might need some help from someone else.
It's really hot. The hand axe is really small. Please. Anybody?
Eli will help.
Okay. So yeah, Eli scrabbling up the tree to try and do the same thing with each other. Eli rolling with advantage to try and get some of these branches onto the ground here where Pez and Dagonet are. Yeah, 21, absolutely. You start making short work together of getting some of the smaller branches down, absolutely, and some of the limbs that are burning down on the ground where Pez is quickly burying all of them with dirt being excavated from around. Also including the Magman corpses that are just sitting there burning. All of those are put out. But in about 5-ish to 10-ish minutes, you guys are able to put out all of the fires in the area without seemingly damaging or without enough or a lot of this fire spreading. It is a green forest, so it does take some time for things to burn. So you are blessed with that right now. But yeah, you're able to take care of the fire issue with some help from your friends. So yeah, well done. Now what?
Does anyone have any bandages or something? This fire of dirt singed me pretty good.
I will go over and use cure wounds on my boy, my friendo. Let me go ahead
and roll.
Cast that.
Yeah, 8. Nicely rolled. So Dagonet, you do heal up 8 of those hit points. We see as some of like the singes on under Dagonet's feathers that might have burned or stuff like that. All kind of they come back to a normal skin tone. It doesn't necessarily repair the feathers themselves, but at least the skin underneath is
I
back
could
to
try
normal.
mending on your feathers.
You want to mend some feathers?
While Dagonet's been doing the healing, Lucky's gonna go and try to poke through any of the bodies of ash of the Magmen or anything, see if there's anything useful, but also to see if there's anything we can take back to kind of warn Alderheart that these creatures are
like exist.
Here.
Yeah. Like I said before, they really just kind of after they explode, they're just piles of ash and like coal, like stones. So it's really hard to tell. I mean, it's like a very particular like dark magmatic stone, right? So it doesn't really look like stones that you just find on the ground or at a river or something like that. But whether or not anyone would be able to discern what kind of creature it was, is, it's...
He's gonna ask, does anybody know if these have any sort of, like, magical properties? Is it, like, something that somebody can, like, look at this and see that it's not just a normal burning rock? You guys?
I mean, I'm proficient in survival. I don't know if that means, like, I would have any knowledge of...
So, yeah, so survival is
it's more...
It's more nature.
More like nature.
It's a nature thing. Mm-hmm. Is to be able to kind of put 2 and 2 together about the nature of these beings.
I could detect magic if that's the thing you want to do.
I mean, if you want to try, if we take these back, I can put it in my cooking pot and take it back. It's a little warm right now.
Can't hurt, I guess.
Yeah, so you want to detect magic. So right now, the magic that you do detect is from that nest charm. you got previously. So you do have that. The stones themselves of the magman corpses don't seem to be exuding any form of magma.
They just look like rocks.
All right, better not waste my cooking dot.
And did we establish that these are native to the Scorched Grove or anything? Or
I wouldn't. I don't.
Not established. A good nature check might be able to tell you.
Okay.
An 18. Eli, you have not seen these creatures before, but with the added activity of these ember bats, the fire spreading, and an entire city burning down outside the Scorched Grove, you can kind of surmise that, maybe these came from the Scorched Grove.
This makes sense. Well, I expect the issue is... Hi, Carson. I expect the issue is only going to continue to get worse. I don't quite understand what is riling up all of these fire creatures. Like,
I mean, would we have heard them giggle too as they were lighting things on fire, or would that just have been Dagonet?
Probably just Dagonet at this point, but you did hear them talking to each other in a language you did not understand.
I mean, they were more intelligent than just flying around baddies, landing on trees. It seemed like they were actually coordinating somehow. I don't know what they were saying, but they were doing something.
They definitely seemed very chaotic, mischievous little things, didn't they?
I don't know. This seems more than just a prank with all this. I mean, a city burning and the fire spreading. It seems coordinated.
Yeah, there's too many coincidences to be completely unrelated, yes.
Well, I guess with us three, there's probably more, so we should probably head on, get to Alderheart as fast as we can.
Would this have counted as a short rest?
No, moving around to put all this stuff out?
Okay.
You'd have to,
Yeah, no, a short rest tends to be about an hour long. You are more than welcome to take a short rest. I mean, it's not going to hurt you. But yeah, this putting out fire is not a short rest, as all the firefighters in Australia can tell you right now. So would you like to take a short rest?
I mean, we can rest for an hour if you want to, if that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. What time is it? About midday at this point? We haven't been going terribly
I think
long.
it'd be about midday.
You can have lunch.
Lunch, you say? All right. Well, not only will I poop-ah, but poop-ah, as my channeled divinity.
Whoa!
I would like to spend 10 minutes to make treats for my friends. I get to make as many as my wisdom modifier is, which equals 3, which equals my friends.
Wow, that's
I'll make
pretty
you guys
cool.
treats, and they heal you, and they're good for 8 hours, I think.
So what does this look like?
So, I mean, along with the hearth and the cooking pot and whatnot, I think at this point, here and there, a little cupboard pops up, and just sort of totally from hammer space, whatever Eli wants. He's thinking oh, what am I in the mood for? I think you know what? I think some tarts and oh, you know what? I saw some berries on the way in. I think maybe every now and again he goes over to actually pull something fresh from a bush somewhere, and he's like, now I just need some flour, and a bag of flour kind of pops open out of the side of the hearth. There's a little cabinet that comes out.
I like you're a mix of Bear Grylls and the Great British Bake Off right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's
But yeah,
wonderful.
so he just makes some little road treats for his friendos for their hard work and yeah. So each of y'all get one.
Well, you
And-
can eat it now, and you get healing, which is 2d4 plus 2 right now. Or you can save it
And
for 8 hours.
You can also get, if you're rolling hit die, you get, I think, advantage on it, I believe, from my hearth. Oh no, you can choose to re-roll, taking the
Reroll
higher roll
one of them.
between the two. So yeah, you basically get advantage.
So lots of healing just got dished out for a short rest. That is, wow. Okay, cool. So Dagonet, I advise doing all of this. I'd maybe take the feast one first, so you don't have to do the.
I'd rather
Hit die,
save
but that's up to you.
on the feast because after the cure wounds, I'm only down 4
Okay.
now, so I'm not super hurt anymore.
Mm.
So it's
My
like,
food also
hang on to this.
removes frightened or poison condition
Oh my
from
God,
that
it does.
creature. Chosen by the creature when consumed. So you get to choose what the food does. What the fuck? This is
Nice.
great. I love it.
It has entered my body. Do I feel less scared, or do I feel replenished?
Am I stress eating or am I
Yeah.
poison
Yeah.
eating?
Or am I trying to like get some food down after having the flu? Right?
Yeah,
Is that-
yeah.
yeah. Mm.
I was gonna do
Okay.
a song of rest just to give people a little extra HP, but I guess whatever. I'll just play a regular song.
I just got really excited about making treats. Like when I was doing my level 2 stuff, I was like, this is the cutest shit. I love
so much better.
Yeah,
Love
so chat, this is a pseudo hero's feast. This magnificent feast comes from the Humblewood book and is part of the cleric class that Eli is, which is, I think, of the hearth.
of
that
the
correct?
of community.
Oh, community. Excuse me. You have the hearth.
I do have
So-
the heart, yeah.
A community cleric has the blessing of the hearth, which is the one thing Eli casts every evening, and the magnificent feast is this like baby version of a hero feast.
Oh, is that an actual like spell?
Yeah, Hero's Feast is like level 7 or 8 or something like that.
That's why I
And
don't
it's
know
like-
that. I've never made it past, I don't know, 5.
Yeah, so it's like a full feast and gives you temp hit points, prevents you from being frightened or poisoned in general for like the next
dope.
8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a big preparation thing for fights or
Yeah.
or like dungeons or something like that.
Nice.
But yeah, so this is the baby version, the magnificent feast. Oh yeah. So yeah, Eli, do you want to roll me some of the your hit points, and Dagonet, do you want to roll me your hit points as well? You should be able to get up to full here. I don't expect any issues.
I
unless
don't
we just roll
actually
straight
plan
ones.
on taking a hit die. I think I'm okay for now.
I'll
Are you
take
gonna
the
eat a
hit
tart
die.
instead?
No, it's for my friends.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna keep the tart for later. And I'll take my hit die. Do I just click hit dice?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
just
believe
click
it
hit die
just
and I'll
rolls.
roll it. That's another way for you guys to
Oh, yeah, I'm
do
fine now.
your like actual hit die whenever you level is you can just click hit die and it'll just. Yeah, so yeah, you're back up to full. Wonderful. After a short rest, everyone's feeling very nice. I think Eliza, not really understanding the magical properties of this magnificent feast, immediately eats the tart and goes, "Well, oh my goodness, Eli, this is wonderful. Where did you learn to bake like this?"
You know, you pick up a lot of stuff in your travels. It's getting hard to remember where I learned each recipe from. You know, as Gaspard's teachings teach you, you know, there's power in community, and
You may or may not also hear like a slight purring sound from her. Yeah. Okay, cool. A wonderful little magnificent feast and a short rest. You guys are back on the road to Alderheart. I believe the rest of the day kind of proceeds, you know, without real incident. You're about a half a day away as this day ends from Alderheart itself, a half a day to a full day, depending on what happens. So yeah, you guys set up for the evening, and you can have your short rest. In this one, I'm not going to make you guys set watch or anything like that. There's nothing that's going to be happening. We're just going to move on to the next day because it is the last travel day.
Is it? I'm sorry. Is this a short rest?
Excuse me? No. This is the end of the day. I'm saying that we're proceeding onwards.
Oh, I see.
From this.
Oh, so we
nothing
didn't. Nothing else happened. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was just out of character for you, and now I'm very mistrusting.
It's true, but I want you guys to get to Alderheart eventually. So yeah, Degane, you get your hit points back. Everyone's back up to full. Eli, you get your magnificent feast back. So everyone's back to what they have. Lucky, you would have recovered at least one arrow from the fight, so hopefully you marked that. And Pez, all of your bardic inspirations are back as well. So yeah, we're just going to go quickly through that one there, and you'll proceed on to the next day. So as you guys wake, and Eli is probably cooking once again. You guys are well fed. These are like the most well fed adventurers I think I've ever had in a particular game.
We're sleeping so good.
Like you haven't had to use rations for anything, and it's like, yeah, you're having home cooked meals every night. It's kind of wild.
Grabbing.
Okay,
create
so
water.
Go ahead. Oh yeah. If you wanna do, you can just do your spells, obviously.
Yup.
Lucky, could you give me a perception check for today's early morning, going towards Alderheart?
All right. Oh, not so good today. Slept a little hard.
Yeah, a 5.
You're too full.
2. Yeah, Lucky's actually just wandering around holding their belly, and
Lucky's
is
like
unable
Gus
to really do.
Cinderella, just got too many treats.
Yes. God. Yeah. So that's a 5. You guys proceed pretty much without any true incident here. But Lucky, I think you like almost stumble upon a pond. Like there's like a glade over to the side, and you don't realize that the road goes around it. And so you walk almost directly into the pond. And I'm thinking maybe you're like thinking about your little gem in your pocket right now. And so you're not really taking into account the fact that you stumble and into the water itself. You're a little wet, a
You're
little
right there.
unhappy.
Yeah, I got distracted. My boots are all wet.
Yeah. But when you look
Destroy
up,
water.
when you look up, you see across from you, across this pond, a giant elk. And there's something weird about it.
Is it looking back at me?
It looks directly in your eyes, and you just feel this absolute sense of calm. So much so that you forget to get up out of the water because everything just feels all right.
He probably didn't do that. Just kind of
The-
slowly turns and is like everybody else, and then back at the.
The rest of the party, you do note this giant elk as well, and it seems to be very intent on Lucky here. And you feel this urge to drink the water.
Literally just scooping.
Mm-hmm.
You thirsty, Lucky? I
I'm very
think we have some water skins.
It is very nice water over here.
Perhaps you should not
And just go.
drink the groundwater. We don't know what's in it. Lucky?
It's
Is-
fine. I feel fine. It's fine. Probably not fine.
You feel filled with determination.
That's fine. You should try some of this water. It's like glacial like water. It's like fresh. Is the elk still there?
The elk is still there, and it looks in turn at each of the party. I think Eli, you're probably the next to catch eyes with it. And again, you feel this calm, this serenity. It's like most of your fears are washing away. That worry you had about bandits earlier just fades to the back of your mind. Your feet are a little sore, but that too just becomes unimportant. And you feel this urge to drink the water.
All right, well. When in Alderheart, do as the Alderheartians do, huh? Well, give it a try.
You drink the water and you feel filled with this sense of purpose. That really, Humblewood is depending on you and your companions. And you feel filled with determination.
Yeah. I'm fixing to make headway to Alderheart. I think we could cut out this whole last day easy.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's been an easy road so far. We get
Absolutely.
we could just right on through. I think I may get my water skin. And like, you wanna?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Just literally empties his water skin out and starts trying to fill it with
Yeah,
water.
yeah, and you fill it up into this pond.
That was
Wow.
boiled the morning. What was? What?
Have you not tried it? You should try it. It's really, like,
Dagonet,
walks in there.
this is almost magical.
I don't want to bathe in this water, but I might do it.
Eliza, like, scratches her head. She says, you know, y'all, I don't remember there being a pond on this road.
I don't remember when I last knew Lucky wanted a bath.
Suddenly, I really, really do. Like, it starts like kind of taking some and like washing it under his clothed armpit.
This snaps Eli out. Lucky doesn't bathe. This ain't right.
How far away is the elk?
Across the pond. The pond itself is probably 30 to 50 feet all the way across. It seems to be directly across from you.
Can I do that?
Speak with animals. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters. Yeah, absolutely. So you cast Speak with Animals on yourself.
Hey, buddy. What's your name? Seem nice.
There's no response about a name, but all you can hear is, drink the water.
Okay, it seems real good. Everybody else is enjoying it. All right. I'm gonna drink the water.
Perfect. And you feel this sense of calm. The way that the elk answered makes sense to you now. It feels right.
What's your deal? What you got going on here? This is really good water.
Thank you. Have your last friend's drink.
Dagonet wants you to drink. Sounds very trustworthy. It's real nice.
Trustworthy. I've not known elks to make people drink water. Normally it's like you're trying to lead a horse to water and it won't drink. Now it's the other way around. It's very confusing.
Big fan of hydration.
Oh yeah, I have water skin right here. We boiled the water this morning. This is this muddy pond water on the road.
Lucky not used to bathing is now splashing and almost inadvertently splashing towards
That's
Dagonet.
right. That's right there. That's not normal.
It's really good water.
This is great water.
Oh, maybe drink it a little further down. Ooh, I don't know about that one.
It's upstream. Drink from upstream if you must.
Just saying. You're missing out.
Oh dear.
I feel like I could conquer like the world. Like all of it. Scorched earth. Locked in all over again. Everything.
Do you want me to ask him anything in particular? I can ask him some stuff, but like
Well,
seriously, drink the water.
Well, ask him why. Why does he want us to drink the water?
Hey, buddy. Why? She would like to know why you would like us to drink the water.
Caruth has seen what you are doing and knows the path ahead of you. Drink and be blessed.
Says Caruth. Does that mean anything to anyone?
It means
Does
something to
anyone
me.
do
I
it?
just don't know what yet.
I've not been a particularly religious man, but let me think on it a moment.
You want to roll a religion check?
Yes.
You
Okay.
think I need to, or do you think I would know?
You know.
I feel like
The
I would
name, at
know.
least. The name
Caruth.
you know. Yeah.
Y'all say
Details about it you need to check. but-
y'all say
Dex.
Caruth.
Yeah, he said Caruth.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Caruth is the god of life. They are usually represented by, come to think of it, an elk. So this seems like a sign from the divines themselves that we are on the right path. Why, this reminds me of the time that Gaspard did a quest for well, a bird folk that ended up being Hanera, the god of nature and community, and it actually put Gaspard on the path. And Eli is just gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sipping water while he's doing it. Just
Dagonet, did you drink the water?
He's gonna, if he's got an brow to raise, he's gonna raise an eyebrow at Eli's rambling. Look, that sounds familiar. Having lived with the humble folk for a while, I don't know about drinking dirty water, but if it's a good omen, then fine. I'll take a sip. I'll take a
As you
little drink.
bend down to drink the water, and you note that it is exceptionally clean and cool. And when you drink it, you feel strong. And limp hurts a little bit less. You feel like you have renewed purpose. You're filled with determination.
Oh, I see.
Lucky's now sat on his butt, like washing his feet. It's like, yeah, it's great, right?
every time you say "fill with determination," I'm just waiting for the music to change to Megalovania, and I panic a little.
Not today.
I'm stressing.
Not today.
Eli, before we scoot or anything, do you want me to ask him anything? Ask the elf friend anything? You have questions? You seem to be familiar with this stuff. Feeling good?
I honestly have faith that we are on the right path, and if I wasn't already trusting and confident about our quest, the divines themselves seem to want to aid us, so I think we're on the right path.
Yeah.
I think at that moment, as you hear, good luck. And the elk turns around and exits into the trees, quickly falling away from view.
Thanks so much. Bye. It's been real nice. Hope to see you again sometime.
Does the pond stay or does the pond go?
For right now, it is still here.
He said good luck.
I mean, Eliza, you want some of this water? 'Cause great. You could probably market it in the market, sell it, little vials.
Well,
Elk water.
not such a bad deal. Bends over and she takes a sip. You kind of like see that ripple effect that cats sometimes get when they shiver. It goes down through her body. Well, that is mighty fine. I might take a sample or two of this. Goes and fills up some of these vials. Puts it into a pack. Well, I guess we continue on then.
Absolutely. I feel refreshed, reinvigorated, raring to go.
I do too. Feel like what I'm gonna do in Alderheart is the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Oh, it's just like when Caruth guided Gaspard through the wood all the way to the avium.
Why would you tell me that story on the road?
I'd love to. It all starts when he runs into, of all things, a rabbit, and usually rabbits just look like other humble folk, albeit a bit smaller. But this one notably had elk's horns. Have you ever heard of something like that?
I've never heard of anything like that, much less elks appearing in ponds out in the middle of nowhere either.
Well, and I'm getting to that because, it's a doozy.
And I think you guys pick up and start moving around the pond. As you get to the far side, and maybe Dagonet, being the last one in the line, turns around and notes that it's gone. And the road is again straight.
That's a little unnerving. And just turns around and keeps hobbling along.
Like me now rubbing dirt, like.
Mechanically, you now each have 1d4 plus 2 temp hit points.
Ah.
So if you want to roll those for me, please. Nice. 5 for Pez. Lucky with 4. Dagonet with 3. Eli with 4 as well. Yep, so just go ahead and mark your temp hit points for those, and I'll let you know how long they end up lasting. But as of right now, you're feeling pretty good about everything here. Yeah, so you continue on. You continue on your way. Almost 3 days full worth of travel towards the city of Alderheart. After a couple more hours of travel, and maybe getting into the early afternoon, Eliza puts up her arm and it stops Eli in his tracks.
Eliza?
The road you see now winds around an immense tree trunk. So large the branches block out the sunlight for at least a mile. Well, this is it. This is Alderheart. She gestures upward to a network of platforms and bridges in the canopy above. Closer inspection of the tree itself shows rough steps carved into the trunk.
Wow.
We don't have to go all the way up there, yeah?
Well, yeah, that's Alderheart's up in the tree.
And the council is well up there.
Oh.
If you hop on the back of the cart, if it's too much to walk up there with your limp.
No. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
We'll take it easy just in case. Oh, it's a big tree.
It's a big tree. So you guys approach the winding stairwell. You do note now that there's also kind of a ramp-like structure formed into it too. Much more easy for carts to be pulled up this thing if it's not just stairs. And you begin your ascent. After some time, you and your companions emerge from the stairway into a canopy filled with the bustle of city life. And you guys can now all see Alderheart here. And I will go ahead and pull this up for chat to see as well. So you might as well see the nice picture that's there. Hopefully it shows the whole thing. Yeah, you can see them. Buildings are located within the foliage, and crowded roadways are sculpted from the giant tree branches. The roadways are connected with rope, wood bridges, and carefully positioned platforms made of timber. The Birdfolk Guard, known as the Perch Guard, can be seen keeping watch throughout the city. Laborers operate pulley systems that are used to raise carts to the canopy platforms. So welcome to Alderheart. I know I just gave you a lot of information on that one little thing there, but here's the gist of it. You have the Council Plaza, Canopy Market, the Boughs, Branches, Trunk Market, the Bright Hollows, and the Underfall as the 7 different locations, main locations of Alderheart itself. Council Plaza is obviously where you're probably going to find your council. Canopy Market is where you can find some really high quality wares and imported goods, where your weaponsmiths and armorers and merchants of all sorts do business. The Boughs is like your high class neighborhood. Most of your aristocrats and high-ranking city officials have residences here. This is also where there is a theater that is the performances of the Alderheart Symphony perform in. The Branches are kind of your modest mid-level homes, I guess, is the best way to say that. The Trunk Market, there seems to be a lot more people residing in the Trunk Market as of right now, likely due to influxes of refugees from the fires. It's become a shelter area. The market is overcrowded, and many of the refugees are searching for work or begging. The Bright Hollows is known for a series of holes within the bark that allow natural light to stream in. The trunk contains many of the common homes and markets in Alderheart. The majority of those who live here are humble folk, closer to the ground. Some pathways here lead to dwellings outside of the tree, which are nicer than the simple homes that can be found inside. The Underfall is the roots of Alderheart itself. You came up on a side that does not necessarily house the Underfall, but if you had found the entrance to it, you could have walked in there as well. This is the slums of Alderheart. Shabby tunnel characters will see destitute refugees and communities of locals living in poverty. But yeah, so this is where you, if you had any criminal activity to accomplish, maybe selling gems of a questionable location, you might go down there and figure that out. But that all being said, I think as you come up to the outside and the cart there in your hands, Eliza looks at you and gestures to Eli for her to take the cart. And she says, well, it's been quite an adventure traveling with y'all folk. But I'm gonna go look to find a place to set up, do a little bit of selling. I gotta make some money. Winnow and Reach was okay, but there are just so many people here.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I...
You'll do well with that water too. Well, you know.
Oh, right, the water. I'd almost forgotten about that. Well, if you guys aren't busy, maybe come see me in a day or so.
Absolutely. We just really need to be getting to the council. So.
Yeah, right. Let them know, especially about those fiery creatures. Those were rightly terrifying. If more of those are running around the forest, I can't imagine what level of damage they'll do.
All right. Well, we'll catch up with you when we can. And good luck. I mean, I have a feeling you'll fit right in here.
She smiles, nods, thanks you again, and trundles away with her cart to find a place to do some selling. What would you guys like to do?
Shall we make the climb all the way up?
I mean, I'm trying to judge what time of day it is for the branch.
You're probably at mid-afternoon now by the time you get all the way up here.
Do you think that we can make it up there in time for them to be office open, whatever?
I say we give it a fair shot, and if we miss business hours, I'm sure there's not an inn too far away.
Is there like, so, you know, we have our description out of character of this, but are there like signs that are like, you know, all the way up here, 4th level is this, whatever, whatever.
Absolutely.
And I
this
mentioned
place...
like they're nice on the nice ones, the gold, like gilded for like the nice homes area.
Oh yeah, for sure, sure.
We should definitely find somewhere to stay there. That's all. I imagine all the inns and things taken in the trunk mark with the so.
Oh, we've got the letter from the magistrate, right? He might have friends in the nice area, but maybe we can stay somewhere where it's not too narrowly branched.
Agreed. I'm a bit far up off of my comfort zone myself, being up this high.
Make it quick. I've got some family here, but I mean, maybe we could crash, but they're also a little weird, so I don't know.
Oh, did you mention you had family in Alderheart?
Probably not. I don't know. It's fine.
I don't remember that either.
Do I? Okay, out of character. In my head, I was thinking it was Alderheart, but I was looking through all of my notes I took, and I never wrote it down because I'm a genius.
Okay.
Well, being
So
the
I could.
bird.
Yeah, I assumed because
can
it was
feel
a
you.
Luma.
Being from the big city.
Yeah.
That's why you're not so familiar with the out in the country things.
That makes sense.
I wrote that, yeah, she just came from the city. And
Okay,
then,
this is the
she's
city.
wandering around for a couple years.
Alderheart is fine, but we may need to talk a little bit after the show to figure out who actually lives here.
Yeah.
Because I can make up some people, but
I'll just wait.
They live here, but not in the next 30 minutes.
Yep.
They're out buying groceries.
Yep.
Yep.
They're away from the house.
We have more urgent things to do
30
anyway.
minutes.
Well, just to preface that they're not normal. Maybe it's not the best to stay with them right in the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe do some recon on her family.
I was gonna say, for Pez to say that somebody's not normal. Like,
I like the concept that weird is like they're totally normal.
Straight man. Yeah.
and we got a bit of a hike, so we might as well head up there.
Yeah. So you guys want to head up to the council plaza? Is that the case?
That'll be
Yeah.
All right. You can access the upper levels of Canopy from a stairway near the Canopy Market. It leads up through the massive central pillar. This is where all the judicial and government buildings related to the oversight of Alderheart and Humblewood itself can be found. The Birdfold Council chambers are here. It's a large dome structure nestled within the branches. There's a courthouse, a goal, the Perch Guard headquarters, and all of these things arranged in an open plaza. All around, a large statue of a Sarah Luma dressed in ceremonial robes. Okay. You see this huge dome structure rising up through the foliage. It's cradled in a natural curve of Alderheart's giant trunk. A large platform has been built around the imposing structure, connecting to it branch roads that run throughout the city, adorned with brightly colored banners displaying crests of the major settlements of the wood. 2 guards in resplendent armor stand watch at the entrance, turning away those who do not have permission to enter, and a throng of people mill about nearby.
We prepared the base then?
Did we have like any written from anything from the elder from Meadowfen?
I believe, and this
Or
is
did we not
probably
even ask for
my mistake. They said they would give it to you the next day, and then I think I forgot to have you go get the writ.
I mean, I feel like we popped over. No?
Not in the morning. You went to see Eliza. But
Well,
here's the deal. You earned it. I'm not taking it away from you because I forgot. So let's just say it was delivered to the inn in the morning, and Eli has it after talking to the innkeeper. He hands you your mail from the day. So you had actually 2 letters of recommendation. One of them is for the group. The other one is written to, or is addressed to Pez. Okay.
So I guess we should approach them with our letters to say that we need to see the council.
You got proof? They're not gonna look down on us, I imagine. I believe the magistrate back in Winnowing Reach might have mentioned that he would probably send word too. I don't remember. In a couple days.
Diana's gonna lean over to peasants. We might have better luck that you ask. You look the most important out of all of us, to put it politely.
I mean, I can try. Okay, I'm just gonna brew my feathers real quick. Just wipe all down, fluff my cheeks up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of like help you, like kind of like any dust on your back or whatever. I'll kind of help you, like dust you off.
Oh, I should put my snazzy cloak back on. I'm gonna take my snazzy cloak out and put that one back on.
Mm-hmm. It does look snazzy and clean.
Much clean, yes. Oh, can I have my rock? Maybe if I throw that on, do I look expensive?
You already look pretty expensive. I'd worry some guards and have an eye out for your opal. You don't know how much they get paid, you know. You never know. They might have some sleight of hand.
I mean, it seems fine, but you know more about the world than I do.
I'm pretty well traveled, so I got it tight and locked. Don't worry.
I appreciate you so much. All right, let's go, I guess. Go up there. Does there look like a line? Or
There does seem to be a line, but most people are being turned away by one of the guards. And as you enter the line and approach the front, you're greeted by this thick-looking strig, wearing this very shiny, nice, full plate armor, holding a halberd. And they look at you and say, "Yes, what is it?"
Hello, fine sir. You are doing a great job up here. We were sent on official business from city name, from Meadowfen. There are some dire issues that need to be brought to the council's attention, and we have intimate detail about those dealios. So,
Is that right?
yes.
we
You have proof of this?
Show him the letters.
yeah, and yeah.
Got
Some
letters.
letters.
Yeah, let me see that. Gives it a very quick scroll through, reading through. Kind of moves over to the side, stiffens a little bit, and he gestures towards the door and says, "Well, surprisingly, everything's in order here. Please, join everyone else inside, and you shall wait to be summoned.
Thank you so much.
Now just don't track all that mud on there. Brush your shoes off."
Duly noted.
And they open the door for you. And the opening to the council chamber inside, well, the antechamber, is before you. Okay. When you move in and the doors shut behind you, the hustle and bustle of Waterkeep outside, Alderheart outside. I said 2 different things at the same time, and it was both wrong. Okay. And you sit, and it seems like just waiting to be summoned inside. The room itself is rather calm. There's not a whole lot going on. There seem to be other petitioners in there, just waiting, maybe talking to each other. And one by one, each of them are brought in. There seems to be a Luma that does the summoning, and every time they walk out and they make a call, next! And it seems that you've been placed essentially into a line of waiting again to then be seen by the council. After waiting what feels like an eternity, Luma comes outside and loudly calls for next. You seem to be the only ones left in the room, so that's probably you. And they instruct you to enter the chamber. As you pass through the double doors of the council chambers, you see a group of 5 stately folk arranged across elevated seats. Each council member has a tall podium in front of them, rising to just above their waist. Papers are ordered neatly upon each podium. A circular aperture in the center of the ceiling allows sunlight to shine in. A wise-looking bright Gallus raises a talon in greeting and addresses your party. You now stand in the presence of the Birdfolk Council. I am the council's speaker, Beta. Please state your case.
Hi.
Yes, hello. We have, and Beta raises up this petition that you sent in, or the letter of recommendation says, it seems that you come on high regard, out from doing some jobs over in Winnowing Reach. We do rightly appreciate that, but it also says here that there are troubles that we need to know about.
Fire?
Fire.
Yes.
Lots of it.
Lots of fire.
Yes, a lot of ember bats have been exceedingly moving eastward, burning the forest. Ashborough is gone. Meadowfen at this point could be almost lost, if not gone already. Also, when the fires are approaching Winnowing Reach as well, and even on our way here, we encountered some strange little fire sprite creatures trying to light the forest as well. It's a very dangerous time. I can see that a lot of people are already coming to the city to seek refuge. If this forest goes up, it would reach here in no time.
Yes. We are aware of the growing fires around the wood. We have started to take in many that their homes have been burned. Areas of the wood have burned down. But what would you have us do?
Lucky's gonna nudge him. Tell him about the Magma. Tell him about the Magma.
Well, I'm not sure as to your the magnitude of spellcasters in the guard, but maybe a coordinated effort to at least push the fires back using magical means such as creating water or just we did, my colleague says, has reminded me that we did encounter some magmen in the wood on our way here, so maybe increase patrols. I'm not about to tell you how to do your job, of course. We felt that it was important that we get the word out and maybe on behalf of the people and the towns that have been affected, request aid of some kind.
Oh, yes. I suppose that does make sense. Off to the side, a stout strig, another kind of large horned owl-esque looking strig. Seems to be wearing some kind of military uniform. She speaks up. There is no way that we can send more people out. We have such a bandit problem here that no one can even make their way in anymore. It's a wonder that you got here.
Well, we did actually encounter a few bandit traps on the road as well. Is that...
I mean, that was before Win-Win Reach. Let's be real. I mean, then we got the one trap on Lucky just pipes up because their determination is full.
Well, yeah.
Tries to be like, your inns are already full with a lot of refugees. If you don't take any sort of action and helping out or like doing stuff, you're just gonna get fuller with people who are getting burned out of the wood. I don't know what to tell you.
If we don't take any more action against all of the banditry, even less will make it here.
I mean, for a price, we know some people who might get help with some bandits.
For a price. Always with the hero types. Vita kind of like, Commander, they just came to help and tell us of what is happening outside. We can try and help. And yes, the perch guard is spread very thin at this point in time. Due to the fires, the amount of bandits being sighted and the amount of people being taken, amount of goods being stolen has skyrocketed in the panic. It is to be expected.
Yeah, very
But-
opportunistic.
Yes, and so it is our primary concern here in the wood. The fires themselves, yes, they're approaching, it seems, but not as quickly as the issue at hand. I cannot spend any more of the perch guard. If I remove them from the bandit problem and attempt to have them begin to put out fires, the bandits will run rampant within the wood. No one will be stopping them.
Maybe we are better equipped to handle bandits than help with the fire.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
I saw them smother out some big fires. We might could handle a fire problem too.
Well,
Probably gonna cost more though.
what kind of has there been a specific source of the bandit issue? Perhaps a central location that you need dealt with? I mean, at the very least, we wouldn't mind helping you push that problem back. It seems like you're being assaulted on two fronts here, and I think I speak for everybody in this room where it's a little bit easier to handle with something like other folk rather than fires and wild creatures that start such fires.
Yes. The bandits have rallied around a new, fearsome leader, bolder than ever. Don't know much, but we have been able to find out she's a servant named Benna Saradin, and she seems to hate Alderheart in general. Not necessarily sure why or where she has come from, but the reason that these bandits have become such an issue is that they now all seem to be working together. Used to be that each pocket of banditry functioned on its own. No coordination. Seemingly striking out at random based on whatever the needs of each of those bands had. Now, they even make raids towards Alderheart.
So it's their new leader seems to be rallying all of the chieftains, it sounds
Yes.
like.
And seem to be many, many more bandits due to this. Just seems like it's all happening at once. We could take in more. But our priority right now is the bandits.
Understood.
We will discuss what we can do with the perch guard, see how we can handle the fires. And someone said about magmins. Not exactly sure what that is.
They look kind of like fire goblins, for lack of a better
Yeah, and
descriptor.
tell your guard to be careful because as soon as they die, they explode.
They do
Causes a
burst.
problem.
A Corvum in long purple robes, wearing seems to be like a heavily linked silver chain. Looks around and... Oh, yes. I have heard of those creatures. Very dangerous. Shouldn't let them near anything made of wood. They tend to burn things very quickly. Probably out of the scorched grove, though. Why they'd venture out so far, I can't tell. They tend to keep to that location, but with the fires spreading, it would make sense that... yes, they would come out further. Now, if there was a way to stop them, we'd build a wall around Alderheart itself out of stone. Maybe a wall of water? Is that even possible? And then, eventually, Vita speaks up again and goes, Mauricio? You can think about this later. And yes, we should discuss this. I appreciate you all taking care of the Reach for us and letting us know of the extent of the flames themselves, as well as these new creatures. We will discuss what we are able to do this evening. And you can return tomorrow afternoon. Let the gods know they know your faces now. And hopefully, with some of our scouts returning, we'll know a little bit more about this Bena Seradin and where we can find her. Your offer remains. Maybe we can afford to send out a small... But that is all for now. Thank you.
Thank you for seeing us.
And you are ushered out of the council chamber. It is later into the afternoon now. It seems like the sun is going down after a long day of travel. Road-weary heroes you are. It's becoming nighttime here in Alderheart. So what would you like to do?
Need to find somewhere to spend the night, eh?
Some food.
Right. Well, let's see what's around here on this level.
So this level is basically home to
pretty much
just the
government buildings, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think we'd be able to afford it if there was something on this level.
That is
so
fair enough.
Don't
next
even have
area-
snacks here.
The Canopy Market would likely have something. Actually, most of the other ones will have varying... As you move down, obviously they'll become of less and less quality, but they'll also become cheaper. So depending on what you want to do, you can find various, inns to stay in.
I mean, that's up to you guys. I could pretty much sleep in a bathtub somewhere. I don't know. That's fine. I'm not gonna say I haven't done it before. But I would.
I'm sorry.
As the lower we go, the more crowded and more probably the harder time to find something as well.
Split the difference down the middle.
Try the thing where we play for tips again, but the higher up places probably hire people.
Yeah, but they
Or
probably want to tip you for more
slots.
money. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I think that'd be a little more off the books. And the lower places down there could just hop in and do whatever, but yeah, I don't know if the tips be as good.
I thought we'd try the boss, but the branch is gonna be tough for Northens. They're gonna.
Yeah, I
But
do
they're
not.
made of-
Yeah, no. I would rather go lower and be cramped than out there.
Well, I do know. I mean, I'm sure the bows are gonna be nicely, laid out streets for anybody to navigate. So. we can
I
always try.
doubt that they would have inns in the neighborhood homes.
Here's what I'm thinking, right?
Unless you're trying to
Considering-
case things out, and I don't think that's a good idea. We just got
No.
here.
But you know how, no offense, Pez, your very nice clothing tells me you might be from an affluent area, but listen to me here. You know how they always try to show each other up, right? They'd be like, oh, I gave this much money to this much charity. Oh, I gave this much money to this much profit group, maybe we can find some listings for some people who are sparing some extra room in their homes to show that they're the benevolent bodies in that area, and we could find some space.
Well, then I guess we better put our ear to the wind in the canopy market to see then.
Yeah,
To
maybe
find
some,
these
maybe Elijah's
individual-
made some friends since then.
Lucky, are you looking for an Airbnb?
I'm looking for an Airbnb that's got some things that aren't tied down.
Ah, yeah. Okay. I figured that's where we were going with this, but I thought I'd ask. Yeah, okay. You're more than welcome to try. So where do you go?
Up you guys.
This is especially an Airbnb because it is most likely closer to the sky. Because we're in a tree. Okay.
We could always
Patrons are
find some,
birds.
There's
Yeah.
some posting somewhere. I'm sure there's something like a community board of people who are awkward in space, and they're like second, third, fourth vacation loft, you know.
Of course, when there's a housing issue and people are living out of tents, you got to keep your second, third, and fourth vacation homes in Alderheart. Makes a whole lot of sense.
I mean, does that not sound like what rich people would do? I mean,
Yes, it is exactly what I'm referencing.
I mean,
Okay. So do you go to the canopy market? That's the highest quality area, at least for the market itself. The Bows are the most affluent neighborhood.
Yeah, we could check the market. I'm sure somebody's got some wood there.
Okay. So you head to the market, and you see buildings of weaponsmiths, armorers, merchants of all shapes and sizes, tailors, hat makers, cobblers, anything to your heart's desire. And you note now that all the buildings themselves look very nice in this district, and they all have like golded lettering around each of their names, and the people here walk with their noses a little bit, or excuse me, beaks, little up in the air, and they always wear these fine clothes or robes. It's a very nice part of town.
Lucky literally finds himself bowing to everybody we pass.
They look at you every time you do it, and it's like as if it was expected.
Is there like a jeweler around?
Oh yeah, in this section of town, absolutely.
Is it still open? What time is it?
It's late afternoon, so a lot of these market locations are going to start closing very quickly.
Okay. I'm gonna shuffle on in one real fast. Lucky, can give me the...
You want my help with some bargaining? I'm pretty good at the old bargaining.
You know, yeah, that sounds real nice.
All right.
If you're offering.
Yeah, just pretend that I'm working for you though, because I don't know if they'd have much respect for me bargaining.
Okay, I mean, we can try, I guess.
Right. Shuffles in
Okay,
one
sure. So you step into this jeweler. We're gonna call it Gina's Gems. And Gina seems to be a smallish raptor, a falcon-esque looking creature. In front of you is arrayed a large glass cases full of jewels of different sizes, gems, jewelry, pocket watches, things of that nature. And behind that counter is dressed in such finery as you saw outside in a nice green vest is this falcon-esque looking raptor. And as you enter, she says, yes, do come in. I am only open for just a few more moments, but is there something that you would like to... Oh. See, you're just off the road, then.
Yeah, we just did some traveling. Just spoke with the council. It's been a very, very busy day.
The council, you say? Oh, they saw you.
Yeah, there's just some stuff happening, and we're doing our best to help.
Are you
it.
notable folk, or are you adventurers?
If you don't mind me speaking, madam, she's
I actually do mind you speaking, Gerbine.
she's very humble.
Oh. we went to a city, and I'm actually pretty well known in that town. I played some tunes. I'm a instrumentalist. An
What is your name?
artist. Pez.
Never heard of you.
Yeah, we just got here.
Yes. Now, how may I help you? I
Well.
really would like to close the store down, and you are dustying up the place.
Oh, well, all right. I have this rock that I got for playing some tunes. Pretty good.
A rock. They gave you a rock.
Lucky, may I please have the rock here? You just want to look at it because I want to wear it and it matches my feathers real nice.
Yeah, take it. It's fine. Take it.
Yeah, just
You're
look right there, like in the.
Place it onto the glass and.
Her name's
and
Tiffany.
And oh my. They get out like a small cushion, place it on there, and they go get a magnifying glass.
As soon as
They
they
start
leave
taking
the
it
room, Lucky
closer.
tries to grab something close.
There is nothing that is outside the glass cases.
Don't offend me and not expect me to try to steal something.
I understand that. She doesn't go far. She just like reaches under a thing and grabs like a magnifying glass underneath the desk there, but nothing is outside of the glass, and she is just closing up. So everything's definitely locked away. But hey, this place exists later, so you know. She takes a closer look at it. And he looks on the inside. My, this is a very fine piece. And you're saying that you would like to wear it then? So you're looking for it to be set?
Yes, please. Maybe on a chain so I can just pull it out whenever.
A necklace then?
Yes.
I could do this for you. Won't be cheap, but I could do this for you.
How much are you thinking? Just generally. I know you're busy. We should probably.
Maybe 200 gold.
Oh, sorry.
That sounds incredibly fair. That's good to know. I will return. We're gonna go help out the council, and when that is done, I should be able. I mean, I already can, but maybe just not right now because we were very busy. So.
Well, there are other jewelers out there that might be able to put it on a leather strap for you.
I think maybe it deserves something shiny because it's pretty shiny.
I think so too, so come back when you can afford it.
Not saying I can't afford it, but okay, thanks.
You could just sell it to me now, and I'll have it set, and I'll give it to someone else.
Well, it just matches so good, and there's a good story behind it, and I wouldn't want it to go to anybody who doesn't, appreciate it like I do.
Yes, I see. Well, all that being said, since you're no longer buying, could you please exit my store?
Thank you for all of your help. You have been very kind.
Yes, I know. Goodbye.
Lucky drags his fingers along the side of the cabinet glass as we leave.
Leaving nice minor scratches in the glass itself. We get a nice little and then you guys turn to leave Gina's gems, which I hate Gina now, but hey, it's great. Yeah, so that's a thing. What else would you like to do?
Lucky I don't dislike too many people, but I don't think I liked her very much.
Look, I don't know how much kissing butt you're gonna do to her, but it's not affecting her at all. So we gotta go in there next time with a firm price, a firm idea. You gotta lay the law on her first, because she clearly wasn't afraid to lay the law on us. I'll give you pointers. We'll go through some back and forth on some bargaining techniques whenever we find a place to stay. You alright with that?
People just try to get really famous, and then that'll show her, and then she'll be like, "Oh, I wish
can
I
you
would've."
imagine you become the talk of the town after performing at that symphony place, the crazy place?
Yeah.
And then you go to her competitors shop, and then they're like, "Oh, this shop's been blessed with Kez, the famous magician and musician," and then she's gotta live the life of now knowing that she turned away
We could all get sponsorships by her competitor.
And then you go into the store and you say that she had made a big mistake, and then just leave.
Yes. Ooh, we gotta practice like slamming a door, but not like in a very rude way, but in a very
We should
firm.
get you a big
messed
hat,
up.
just in case, you know. Big hat.
Everything is better said with a big hat, and you know,
It's very
big
dramatic.
image.
Y'all are so smart.
It's you know, it's being back in the city. It all comes back to you. They're all like this.
Very good to see you.
Eli, you might have to back her up next time. I was holding like my little Gerbian hot couldn't handle that very much. You remember the days when we were, you know, doing our workings and people would always look down on us all the time? It was like that times like 25. It was crazy.
Noted. I myself am a little out of sorts around all these high society types. I find myself getting a little nervous.
You sure you don't want to go down lower and find more like-minded hospitality?
I think you could change my mind though. After being around the Gina, then I'm sure we could probably find something more our type.
Whatever y'all are comfortable with, I'm comfortable with.
What about you, Pez? You gonna be alright sleeping in the lower level market areas? You be alright?
I assume they have baths and accommodations. Sleep wherever. I'm not terribly picky. As long as I don't have mud on myself or anything.
Might more be like a group bathhouse than individual tubs, but we might see what is available. Who knows? If you sing well, they might give you private bath.
Exciting. Yeah, wherever you folks want to go.
So you're gonna try to head to like the trunk market to find an inn? By the way?
Yeah, sounds that way.
Yeah, okay. So you head down to the trunk market. This space, there's a lot of people in here. So after looking around at a couple of different inns that don't have any space anymore, you do come across one called the Half Full Cup. And they seem to have a room available. It does have 2 beds in it, but they have allowed you to have all 4 people stay in this room as long as you don't mind either sharing a bed or sleeping on the ground.
I'll take the floor. That's not a problem.
I can also take the floor. I'm not very picky. A bedroll's a bedroll's a bedroll.
Yeah, after taking the time to find this inn, it is definitely night. I mean, not as... Maybe you didn't find this as quickly as you wanted to maybe get cleaned up, but as of right now, it is one of the only locations in the trunk market available to you. But yeah, so you guys get ready for bed, I guess? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. As you're all sleeping rather soundly, the day of travel behind you, fighting, meeting, drinking water at a weird pond location, seemingly blessed by a god or something, getting really shunned at a jeweler's place. It's been a long day. Around about midnight, maybe 1. A citywide alarm sounds, rousing the perch guard to their posts. Following the commotion, you see a great deal of movement around the northern entrance of Alderheart. And we hear shouts of bandits all around. And something about a merchant caravan arriving at the city. And this is something that we will have to handle next time on DieFall Alderheart. So, we're going to call our end right here. The bandit menace has made their way to Alderheart just as our heroes arrive. And thank you everyone for playing today. Thank you everyone for watching today. That all being said, let's do some shout outs for our cast And we'll have to figure out what to do about that next time. Malaveth, where can the people find you?
Hi, I'm Malaveth. I stream 3 times a week on twitch.tv/Malaveth or Twitter. I post art and stuff. I do a lot of art and drawings and things. Mostly fantasy drawings right now. I'm almost to 5K followers, so I'll be doing like a drawing giveaway there. It's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's been great.
Awesome. Thank you. Rob, where can the people find you at?
Hello, hi, hello. You can find me at a couple places on the internet. You can find me at Twitter at Bonus Stage Rob, or on Twitch eventually at bonus_stage_Rob. I'm moving soon. It's gonna be great. I'll be back streaming, I don't know, in a couple months or something. It'll be dope. But for now, you can find me on this show doing my best hedgehog boy, living my best hedgehog boy life, or you can find me at twitch.tv/game nights. That is game with 2 G's and a K, like the guy with the sword, knight, a sword. That show is a Monster of the Week show that is every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Gosh dang it. Hope to see you around. Bye.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. The Lady May, where can people find you at?
Oh, well, they can find me at the Lady May. That's on Twitters and Instagrams and, occasionally on Twitch. Trying to be back streaming soon, but doing some projects in the meantime. And then I guess in also the meantime, you'll just have to, look at pictures of my cats that I post on the internet.
Sounds very good. And last but not least, Simply Jackson. How are you? Where can people find you?
Good. More frequently than not, you can find me on Twitter at simplyjackson without the underscore. But I just started streaming again this week on a quote schedule. We're testing it out to see how it goes. We're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, starting at about 9 PST. So very accessible time for a lot of people in different time zones. But I would like to, if you don't mind, not hype myself as much right now, except for my boyfriend, who just started his first hosting gig with Twitch Prime tonight. So if you guys want to go and watch.
So you're saying we should raid that right after this?
You don't have to if you don't want to. They're doing,
We should do that.
I would appreciate
Activate
it.
raid.
Activate.
He's a great guy. He's been working his butt off for this gig, and he's just explaining what you guys can get with Twitch Prime. So I would
Aw,
appreciate the love
fella.
and support. It would be great.
We'll absolutely do that.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much. Hi, it's my channel, so I'm not going to say a whole lot about this. You can find me here. You can follow me over at Twitter at runawayrobot_ and DieFall RPG. DieFall _RPG. There's all the tweets have cool clips. Go like and retweet them because they're fun and funny. And I'm a funny person. Just remember that, okay? I will be back on a regular streaming schedule starting next Monday. I have one more weekend where I'm out of town. One more weekend I'm out of town. I'll be back on Monday. We'll be doing the thing. I got to figure out what the heck I'm playing. I'd love it for it just to be Destiny all the time, but like I don't know if that's physically possible because I don't think anyone actually wants to watch me shoot things. So, other than that, I think we're doing this next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna find out what happens with the bandits. And it's been lovely having you all here. We're gonna go to the end screen real quick, but stick around. I'm gonna start the raid off pretty soon right after that. And thank you everyone for being here tonight. Until next time.